What's up, people? Grand Rising, people. Grand Rising. On this beautiful awakening. What's up, people?
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, people. Grand Rising.
Let me see this. Let me stop this.
On this beautiful awakening. What's up, people?
Oh yeah. My bad. So yeah, like I said, how everyone doing on this beautiful awakening? How y'all doing, YouTube streets, YouTube world? How you doing, social media? You know, let's socialize and let's tell the real truths about all of these lies in our social lives. It's your boy Get Ink the Big Unk. You know what I'm saying? Just one mindset of this HOTC
Grand Rising, people.
One mind of this HOTC family, the house of true consciousness, the head of the class, the holders of time control. You know what I'm saying? All of those things. You know what I'm saying? All of those acronyms. You already know what to do, man. High elevation, high frequency. We got a high impact topic for y'all today. We're gonna talk about what it's a thin line between. It's a thin line between love and hate, real and fake, right and wrong, God and the devil, positive, negative. It's a thin line. It's a very fine line that lies between the truth and the lie. You know, that line is laying right there. You know, it's a fine line that you have to weave through or comb through all of the debris just to find the truth. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the gods. Shout out to Misael. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mind's Rachel. You already know what to do, man.
Salute, my brother.
Peace, God, peace. Finna jump this thing off with a little jam. We're gonna do Raw War, and then we're gonna get into this build, man. You already know what to do, man. High vibration frequency to everyone, man. Let's turn up at 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Let's wake up all of our billions within ourselves and be as balanced as possible. Let's not try to be too high or too low. Let's be as balanced as possible, y'all. All right, y'all already know it's a war going on outside, and we fighting for our spirit and our mind. This done overtook my damn. It done overtook my damn if I do jam. Well, that damn if I do still hard, but goddamn, this song here just touch on everything that we're going through in this paradigm right now. So here we go, y'all, and then we're gonna jump into this.
Yo, man. Fucking war on the world going on. Fight for respect. Fight for our spirit and our mind. Yo, man. Spirit and our mind. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Support going on that side, fight for spirit and our mind. It's a war. Nigga, nah, who the fuck up there lying on job? The line I Rastafari on man, the man, put the mind upon man, the man that cast the mind upon the line, you spill his cash brought upon the line, the war locked upon the dread city, twist my blood, my brethren, I dread. Fucking around like a dead man, go keep it so off with your head, man. If this a dark side, I'm in hell, ready to gas smoke, like Angel Boy get past me. I'm a motherfucking gangster, real boy, and I want all smoke. And people plug you from Mango, and you only got your in the front of me, said he did not smoke cigarillos. Ready back gas like the Tesla, we call them vegetables. That's why we all can invest these gold. You can forget that never gonna let us go. If we don't know that it's war. So we're on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side, we fight for our spirit and our mind, it's a war. So we're going on that side. outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. There's a war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. There's a war going on outside, and the replay might just knock at your door. There's a war going on in the public schools and the local grocery store. There's a war going on right in front of your face, and you that try to ignore. Really, it's a war going on. Really, it's a war going on. Really, it's a war. Really, it's a war going on. Really, it's a war going on. Really, it's a war. Really, some war guns now. Really, some war guns now. Really, some war. Really, some war guns now. Really, some war guns now. I don't need to come on early or I race. Every time you have a white witness, unless the man do not intend to walk upon them on faith. Travel water the lakes was great. It's all we ate on the stage. It was too high for the kids. We could just say, so war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. So war going on outside, we fight for our spirit in the mind. It's a war. Yeah, man. Don't rest your fucking mind. I'll be mine. You're
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big ups, big ups, big ups, big ups, everyone. High vibration. You know what I'm talking about? Low vibration. Just a vibe. You hear me? And that's a vibe, like the God 2 Chainz say. That's a vibe. And that's a vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah, I already know, man. Burn up the ganja, roll up the fire. You know what to do, man. What's up, Mind's Eye? You know good, God. Shout out to the family, man. We are definitely in the building. HOTC Universal, HOTC South, East, West, and the North, and everywhere in between. You feel me? The House of True Consciousness will let you know that you are the temple. You are the head of the class. You are the all-seeing eye over your world. You are the base of the world that's holding up all the pressures that you are looking at from the top down to the bottom. Look, if y'all got problems, resolutions, we got them. You feel me? All you have to do is tap into the frequency and look within inside self and stop waiting on a goddamn invisible man to come out the goddamn sky to help your ass do any damn thing. Ain't no Santa Claus delivering no goddamn gifts out the goddamn chimney through the chimney for your ass if you being naughty or nice. Period. Your mama and your daddy always knew if you was naughty or nice. That's why they said they're gonna get you the shit that they can afford rather than the shit that you like. Damn.
That's so real. That's real, man.
That's real.
Doing this down here.
Yeah. Hell yeah, we're doing it, man. No one else doing it, man. No one else. We're doing all of the bullshit. We made the money. If we made money, man made money, man can do away with this shit. Man-made cars, we can fix it, repair it, or make a new one. If we made currency, we can make a new fucking one. We made life. When I go pump on my girl, I make another fucking one. It show you that everything we do. We are the generator, the operators, and destroyer. That's what God is. Generator, operator, destroyer.
Yep, and that's deep because it's literally like all of this that we down here doing and we saying the sky did it, the sky people or whatnot, it's just a slap in your face to the figment of your imagination. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's where that figment is so real now, even though it's still based in fuckery or whatnot, but it's really manifested itself in. Like you see, you can brush shoulders with Santa, but we all know he's still something fake that can, disintegrate into the air, just disappear, like a program, a breakdown, something like the Matrix. How they broke down and that's deep, boy.
Hell yeah, they show us all of that shit and we can believe or make believe in that shit.
Yep.
That's the power of the imagination. This is why they show us so much shit as a youth through the TVs and shit like that, because they know that our imagination will run wild and create so much in front of us before we ever to see what our mind was creating. Our
Mm.
mind is creating every opportunity that lays in front of us or behind us.
Yep,
What's
that's
up, Shalom, Mimi doll? Shalom, shalom. Let me know if you guys want to get on the link on the chat. Put your emails in the back, or I'll put the hangouts on the live. And y'all guys are more than welcome to come on up. Yeah, go ahead, Manzai.
what up, man. I did just making sure I tuned in. You know, I'ma catch that football when you throw it my way, man.
All the time, all the time. So yeah, man. Did you see the topic today?
I didn't. I came straight to the
Hangout.
straight to you. I ain't even went on the tube or nothing.
Okay, the subject was talk about it's a thin line. What is a thin line? Thin line
Uh,
between love and hate, right and wrong, up and down. You know the duality that we see, this black and white, God and the devil, positive, negative. You know,
yeah.
it's the thin line between all of this. A very fine line. A
Hmm.
very fine line.
Absolute. And it starts with me, for myself.
Yeah. That thin line could serve you, so to speak, illusion, delusion. You know what I mean? And you could walk that line too, huh?
Yes, sir. See, they told us never straddle the fence, though.
Mm.
You know, they told us to never straddle the fence because that's like playing both sides of the table.
Yeah, you got to be either on the side of good or bad.
Right. They either want you on one side of the wall or the other side of the wall. They want you to make that choice. Like I told you before, that's that witch.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
done
witch. That's the
or we look
getting
at
them.
that. We done took that recipe, you know, good and bad. Like I say this myself all the time. I hella stirred up good and bad and whipped up what you call greatness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And with being that, you know what I mean? I like to tear it and share it with my peoples. Cause I am you and you are me. It's like that very thin line that we can't see.
Damn. Like,
Mm. You know,
yes, sir.
major respect to you, bro.
That's is that fine line is that silver lining that you was talking about.
Mm. The cord.
The cord, man.
Shout out to you too, Rachel.
The damn cord, bro. That's that thin line. That's the damn web. That's the damn web that's sucking up everything that run across it. That spider web when you walk outside and you ain't see it right there, and that motherfucker just end up in your eyes or right in your face. You just walk right through it because you can't see that line.
Uh. And I remember that, man. I used to walk through a lot of them. I just keep on moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dang, man. Give me 1 sec. I'm coming right back. I gotta take this little chirp real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do that definitely. Yes, 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 y'all. Definitely. It's a fine line between. It's a thin line between life and death. It's a thin line between opening and closing the door. It's a fine line between inhaling and exhaling. This is the 0 and 1. This is that 0 to the 1 space. All around that 0, you got a 5. You got 4 ones and a 0 to make the 5 a star. Now, inside this, you can turn that 5 into an infinite 9, because that 5 also had 4 in between the 4 that was there to make that a 9. That's an 8, that's a 9, which was divine all the way around the world. As above, so below. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing space or ma'at, balance. the balance space, is the line that they didn't want you to see, the nothingness that they gave you when they taught you to count from 1 to 3, and then told you 3 take away 3 gave you 0, but they never gave you the 0 first to play with. You see how they do that? They give you 1, 2, 3, and then they told you 3 take away 3 gave you 0, but the 0 was never there. You said 1, 2, 3, 3 take away 3 give you 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that become a 4. This is how incorrect and so on point that they were when they taught us this thin line. Because they can only divide the truth from one side to the other. You know, you have to split the truth in half. And then you could break it down in many points after that, parts after that. But just like we were the truth. We was the cell, the one cell that was split into 2 to multiply into many. That's the same thing that they did with you and my truth, because the truth was always ours, just like time, our mind, everything else. It was all ours. And they separated that motherfucker from within ourselves, just like left and right. You know how fucking thin the line is between your body to separate your right side from your left side. That motherfucker so thin is invisible.
Yeah, and that's you just made me think about the different layers that make up our bodies. You know what I mean? They lay right on top of each other, and it's a very thin line in between. You know, damn, could the thin line be in between every breath we take?
That's what I was saying. The thin line is in between every breath we take, every time we blink our eyes, open the door. That's that 0 space. That's that open and closing that we was talking about. That's where that's when the positive and negative meet at, right? But they never really clash.
And that's ill, because remember they you know, they come from saying
You breaking up, Manza. You there? You there? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you was good.
Oh, I'm back. Can you hear me, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My bad, bro. I'm in this big old dead, you know, lead field building, but it's like, you know, that line between the woman's legs or whatnot. You know what I mean? It done being confused so tough, and it's where we disrespect, you know, our own mamas, talking about the next one. Like, all the women is literally, you know, something like a big old, like Mother Earth, so to speak. You know what I mean? You disrespect one, you disrespect all.
Yep.
And vice versa, you know, the woman doing that to the man.
Yep. And then on top of that, we disrespect them. Now we not dissing all, we disrespecting ourselves.
And that thin line.
That's the thin line. They so the line between you and me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you disrespecting your it's like disrespecting your right side for your left side.
And hey, excuse me, here goes a little twist to what you just said. Being disrespectful is population control.
I sort of feel you on that.
Well, I had to
Disrespectful population control, huh? It is disrespectful to try to control. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, it's very. Because believe you me, you come, doing some tough as disrespect to me, I am gonna get back at you. You know, and it's like, I have to check myself or check yourself. One of the two, I'm gonna get through that thin line, and we both gonna get the picture. If somebody trying to, I like to say that, man, don't disrespect yourself, because we laugh.
And we all do it.
It's like that, you know them people that just be mad and everybody be like, hey man, just mad as I don't know what, man.
At the world.
Yeah. And to be you remember I said that, man? It's like I'm glad you just said that. Cause like when the law would not to tell you to get up against that wall, you literally become one with it.
Yep.
And it's like you lay your face on that wall, and between that wall and your face is a thin line, but you are one with that wall.
Yes, sir.
And they'll break your ass like a law that is a
wall.
A wall, yep. Totally like if I wasn't here for you to sort of pick on or be the one that provides you a job or whatnot, like what would you be doing? Like you would be somewhere taking care of your peoples, you know what I mean? But it's like you get to disrespect your mirror image is like the one that gotta be up under. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
They walk all over you, and just the craziness, man. I can't even explain it right now.
When you stand up under someone, they walking all over you because you will stand for them. You're under their standing. They want to stand on top of you.
On your head.
On your head. And put the weight of the world on your shoulders.
The weight of the world, man. And who can hold that?
To us people at the bottom of the pyramid, because we never had enough in ourselves to put ourselves at the top, because we look at the world like it's too many of us for everybody to be at the top. It can only be one person at the top. We all have to stand down there at the bottom. Crazy. Only if we knew that the bottom was the top.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Now, with what you just said, I don't think, my understanding is the weight of the world cannot handle my shoulders.
That was deep. That was deep. The weight of the world can't handle your shoulders. Damn. That was deep.
It's like more than half of the folks in the world is saying that it's on their shoulders. Like, so could we all as a whole carry the world? Or are we even strong enough mentally? You know what I mean? Everybody like to say that too. The weight of the world on our shoulders, I feel mine has been lifted because it's just a whole bunch of material distraction and all of that stuff can get heavy, man.
Yes.
Whether it's things you wondering you want to get, or you know what I mean? The weight of the world, man, ain't no joke. Right there, I'm gonna get this whole front patch, yep. Yeah, the weight of the world, that's a good one. It's like who can literally could you lift it? I think I'm gonna say I know I can. I can lift this weight of the world. You know what I mean?
I think we carried it around with us for this spiritual awakening. Every awakening, we walking around with the weight of the world because
I feel it, man. Like just think about all the babies, all these casualties, man. It do scar your brain, like just knowing that so many children, so grown people, so many people then just got they world reset it or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yep. How you doing?
Wish,
What's up to the goddess? What's up, goddess?
you impressed? Yeah, I want to say I believe I could lift it. You know what I mean?
What up,
Lift it
babe?
up and put it where it's supposed to be.
What up, my G? What's up, baby? How you doing? How you doing? How the little ones doing?
But
Good,
yeah,
good,
I think
good.
that.
Thank you for the invite. Sorry to interrupt, Minds.
Oh, you fine? Go ahead.
You
No,
good?
go ahead, listening. I just wanted to greet.
Yep. Gratitude, Alicia.
Yes,
So
Shalom. Shalom.
the topic today. Did you see the topic?
No, thin line. It's a thin line between the Vesca Pisces,
Yeah,
Piscus,
no,
whatever you call it.
it's a thin line, ain't it?
And some lines are thicker than others, but I'm just saying.
That is so true. It's
That's a
thin
different
line
topic
between
for a
the-
different
Oh
day.
man, can you expound on that? Like, what you mean by some of the lines are thicker than the other? Even though we know it's so thin line between the right and the wrong, how thick is it between those?
Yeah, it just depends on how big the gap is.
Ooh.
It just depends on how big, how big the gap, like no pun intended, but the mental gap, how big is your gap? How big is your line? How big is that fine wine between your mind?
Oh
You
my.
know? Now you got me
Yeah.
rhyming.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is it a
When you talk
small gap or is it a gate?
Is it a gaping gap? Is it a gorge?
Yeah,
You
do
know?
we need to
damn.
construct a bridge, you know?
Right. There you go. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
It's like, you
So,
know how they say open wide and you will
Hey,
fly
we
that
got the
food
Grand
into the
Canyon up in the US of A.
exactly. That's what I was talking about.
Yep. Open
Yes.
wide and we could have a, conversation or whatnot.
Well, it's like you said, sometimes you got to bridge that gap. You got to bridge that gap with other means, with
Yep.
other materials, with other building tools. And that actually brings me to the thought of the wives, like we were speaking about yesterday. It's like you bridge the gap between, there's, how so we feel, or they might feel like maybe they don't have, they're not ready to go there and bridge that gap. But that's kind of the biggest, those are the gaps that need bridging, because
Facts.
you feel me? And
Damn,
I want to just
bridges. Damn, that was deep.
I'm saying, man, because
I'm gonna
when
put
you're outside of it, because I'm not in a marriage right now, so I could say all this, and but to be in a marriage and that's a whole different, I could have a whole different perspective if I was in a marriage, so I'm grateful that I could see it from this angle. I mean, you feel me?
Yeah.
Good topic though.
Yeah, man. Thinking about bridging the gap. Just think, when you got gaps between your teeth, what you gotta do? Get bridges to pull them back together. You gotta bridge the gap.
Exactly.
Now, you notice that what they say, don't burn your bridges, because you never know when you got to go back over that gap now.
Don't burn your moats either.
Yep.
You know that little bridge on the front of the castle.
Don't burn it. Don't walk the plank. You don't walk the plank. Ain't nothing on the other side of that motherfucker. You hear me? It's an empty side. You're jumping into space. Yeah, you gotta have a foundation out of the bridge.
And then so many people have drowned because of the ill sense of their words. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Between their gap, their brain. They got lost in the gap.
And
that's the
that's
sunken place. The gap is that sunken place that they
sunken
was
place.
talking about. And, what movie was that?
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah. It's
The
the
gap.
sunken place for those who want to be sunk in that place. But if you ask me, it's like, you know, how you was just saying, don't burn your bridges or whatnot. But being inside of this world, you know what I mean? I feel where we at, or, you know, those who feel like they took control of their existence. Like those who ain't trying to identify with you, it's like they literally burn that bridge for you. They burn the bridge so you can't make it to them and, so to speak, wake their ass up. Like when you said don't burn your bridges, I thought like, damn, it ain't me burning them. It's the very ones I'm trying to. They burning it theyself.
They don't want you to get over. They got over. You helped them build a bridge. As soon as they walked across that motherfucker to see if it worked, they cut that motherfucker down and let you get over. Then let you benefit off your work.
That's sure how I feel, man. And they laugh at you. Like so many will watch us crawl, and they hope like you don't make it. You know what I mean?
It's like you being the taller and the stronger one, right? And you helping someone get up a wall. And when they get up on top of that motherfucker, they don't reach down and pull you back up.
Mm.
They didn't keep that's why you only we all are strong as the weakest link in the chain. That's the same thing they do with the cells in our brain. You feel me? And the world in the same. Like we can only be as strong as we are collectively because we are so weak collectively that it's hard to be strength. You feel me? Because they got everybody collectively in the days, day in and day out, whether they know it or not, because they don't know how to rearrange the phrase. They don't understand that days was a frequency that had you in. You know what I'm saying? Days was a frequency that put us in that, into a daze, right? And the only way to get out of the days is stop dealing with the days and being fucking weak. And that's why we have to change the phrase, because that is about getting out of the maze. That's how we look. Damn, this shit is so fucking crazy. How they got us living.
Wow, man.
Week in and week out, man. We're so weak in our days, man. That's the thin line between it's a thin line between being weak when you're trying to be strong. And they gave you two things that said weak. So that's how beat that they made you weak. That's another line on the weak side that they gave you for strength to keep you from getting to the close line of strength. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so fucking, that's what Empress was just talking about. It's also the thin line that's so thick. I mean, it's a thick line that's
And
so
then hold on. It's also self-determination, self-worth. That goes right along with that.
Yep. It's like the line is thick, thin, right? But it's deep. That's how thick it is. It's real thin from one side to the other, but it's so deep down, down, down that it's emptiness at the bottom. You couldn't hear a fucking penny hit the ground.
That's right.
Wow.
I'm tuned in, man. I gotta run, but I'm gonna keep you on the mic in my ear.
All the time. It's all good, family. Handle your BI. Handle your BI. Much love to the God Mind's Eye. You already know, man. The super analyst, man. He got down that he break words down by every fucking compound. You hear what I'm talking about? That's what we do around here, man. Shout out to the God. What you was finna say, Empress? Nikki C, come on up and speak for a minute, sister. I have all women on the chat today.
I was saying that you said it was a deep crevice. The deep crevice, but a thin one. That's like, you know what that reminds me of? An earthquake. And you feel me? Like when it's deep, but you don't see it much at the surface. But when you really look at the thing, it's like it's really deep and the damage is deep, but you don't see it, you know? It's it's like a facade, you know, like you don't really see that is cut, it's a wound, a deep wound, you know. That reminds me of the Grand Canyon for some reason.
Yes, I've been thinking about the Grand Canyon too the whole time. I've been thinking about that.
Like the sister said, yeah, that's because people don't think about that when they're like, oh, it's a thin line, it's a thin line. You're like, but wait a minute, let's look, let's go deep with this thin line. So yeah, man.
A thin line is like the coils in the brain in your mind.
Yeah, right.
Lines grow and vibes shine.
Hmm. You know what the line is called between your brains, your left brain and your right brain? Suppose, like allegedly, you know, this is what they tell us, right?
I call it a hemorrhage.
The line in the middle, the gap. It's actually a gap, right? There's a space between. That's why, like, your pineal gland and all of that, allegedly, because this is what they teach us. Have you ever opened up a brain and look inside yourself, you know? Um, but I believe that line, and correct me if I'm wrong, or that gap, I should say, is called the cerebral cortex. If I'm wrong, then someone please correct me. But there's a gap, that the line, the space between the two brains,
Yeah.
right? That's like, I don't know, it made me think about that. You know, how far away are we from our left side of brain on the right side of the brain? They're trying to keep us far away
Excuse
from, you
me,
know.
babe.
Mm-hmm.
You're exactly. I'm just going a little bit more to what you're a
Yes,
matter of
go
perception because
ahead.
I
Mm-hmm.
discount the idea of there being a gap between the right and left side of my brain.
Mm.
That's my take on it.
Wait, say again. You said what about the
I
gap?
said, I said, this is my take on it. I
Uh-huh.
discount the idea of there being a gap between the right and left side.
Mm.
That's
Interesting.
my take.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they tell us, and I went to school, you know, like I studied the brain and this and that, but then the whole reality of it is like, but wait a minute. Have I And I can't say I've held cadaver. Like, it's you know, one of your classes you had to pass around the cadaver, you know? But there's pieces of a dead human. Like, you don't really know what's really I want to see it put together inside a human, like actual human. I want to see what they're, you know, what we are, really what we are. Because exactly, like I say allegedly, because we are learning these things in a systematic program that only, you know, who knows if people in other countries are taught the same thing. And we would never know, because there's that language gap, right?
Right.
So it's deep.
Damn, that line is deep. Peace to the goddess Nikki C.
Peace.
But
Peace.
yeah.
Grand rise.
Grand Rising.
This is the
Grand
beautiful thing to
Rising.
rise and see my people on the panel already.
Yes,
Y'all on it.
yes. And we got all women on here. I like that. We got more women than men today.
That
Most
was
beautiful.
what you requested.
That's how we look. We requested it yesterday, and they come all the way in.
That's what I was just explaining though to my son, because he came to visit me. I was like, I can make whatever happen what I want to happen. I said, I brought you here. He was
You're
just
like,
looking
I'm
at me.
sorry, man.
He was looking at me like, just smiling, but just looking at me like, Mama, you crazy. But no, I wasn't, because I really did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You're not
amazing.
crazy. You're just bridging the gap between the magic. You're like,
Right.
look.
I said, dude, I can
Hey,
do
you were on
anything I
point
want to do.
on
Hey, sweetheart, I got some magic for you.
Let's hear it.
Go ahead, love.
Nah, let's hear it. I want to hear your magic. What'd you say? You said you
No,
had something to say?
I was just speaking rhetorically.
Oh, I got it. You cut out a bit there, so I didn't hear you, but I got you now. I got you. Yes.
So the brain, right? They say the brain is separated the line by the cerebrum, just like you said, but it's the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. Think about that. They're in the south hemisphere of this earth.
Yep. The chemisphere. The chemisphere or the hemisphere, right?
Right. Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now. You guys always got me looking up stuff early. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy.
You had me looking up the periodic table yesterday. And today
We on the element, and this is what we supposed to do. We all supposed to do our own research. When that thing hit your brain, you go to do research.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I be here like this. That's why I be going out sometime. I be having to get it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. Bum, and I can come expound on it. Just like, and I don't always have to look because it's just everything is everything. Once you start seeing it, and once you know everything with that 0 and the 1, I'm gonna start seeing it. I can't get away from it now. I see the opening and closing and everything. I see the Matrix. I read the Matrix like dude was reading the Matrix in the when he was in the movie. He was looking at it. He was like, "Dang, how do you read it?" He's like, "Man, it gets so easy now because it's all numbers." So I see 0 1 1 1 2 5 4, and then I say, "Oh, that's a beautiful lady." You know what I'm saying? Oh, she kind of big bone and she's still beautiful. She got a bad spirit. She evil. I can read her. I can read the number, man. I can just read it. Once you know that 0 and that 1 is the opening and the closing, which is the womb, the phallus, the in and the out. It's the same. That's what you're going to see. It's opening your mouth and the air coming in. Opening your mouth, the air coming out, the air coming back in, closing. Open up, and that's the line. That's how far line, and it's also how thick the line is. The line is so thin between your breaths, right? But it's so much space, it's so deep that it's able to inhale and condense air all into your body. So you go. That's how it's open and closing, just that thin of a space between, but it's that deep that it controls everything in its area. No, I ain't make it yet. Tell Taja to do it. Tell Taja to make me one too. Tell Taja to make the smooth part of it.
I'm just looking at diagrams now.
Oh man, I see why everybody be doing the pictures too. When you look at everything and then you go putting a visual to it. This is why they utilize television and sound and words to play the most biggest tricks on all of us, and we can't see what they doing to us because we blinded by the color spectrum and the light and the things that is being presented to us by the sound spectrum and the visual, and the words, because words comes from the sound spectrum as well. So if you hearing sound and then you hearing creaks and then you hearing words and then you equating all of that to scare and fear, because the temperament that they're putting into you, the vibration that they sending out, they sending that vibration of fear out. So you receiving it as fear, not knowing that that's something you're supposed to block off and you can run through and like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the way that you got to fight it, man, the way that you see a fear coming at you and you can close yourself off to it, or you can close yourself off to a negative energy, or you can receive it. Now, I'm bad at doing it because I'm so used to receiving. Now I'm starting to learn how to block and defend because you got the choice in your mind. the decision hit your mind, that the choice hit your mind that quick. It's amazing, man. You can fucking calculate everything. Should I even give them some energy? Should I even respond to that? And before you know it, you blew up and you was like, I knew I shouldn't even fucking say something. I could have just walked away. You know, like a choice is that thin, but it's that deep when you're making that choice, because there's a billion things that's going to affect off of every choice that you make and every opportunity you done did before. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, talking about that thin line, man, I almost got squished by some doors just a second ago, man. Hey, look at this. This is crazy, man. This big ass building I'm in, all of the lights just went out, y'all.
Whoa.
Right. So I'm sitting out here. We can't work in the dark, right? So I looked up, all of the doors just got the slam, and one of them almost bit me. You know what I mean? Like they slam hard. But the power went out, and the magnets that's holding the doors to the wall, they are literally electric. They ain't just regular strong magnets, so to speak. Like they are tied to power, like it's electricity that's making these magnets work, and all the lights went out. All you could hear is doors slamming all around this building.
What
I
a
said,
trip.
damn. And that had to be the electricity inside of the magnet.
Man, you know what? That is trippy because has that happened before, Mindset?
I can't say. This the first time it happened to me.
Whoa.
I ain't really delved in, physically dealing with electromagnets or whatnot.
All right, you got some energy.
But yeah, I almost got chewed between that thin line where them doors
right.
closed.
The thin line is after you. The thin line is after you. You know?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm cool though, y'all. Major respect, and
you made it out.
ain't working the dark. Yeah, I get a good break right now.
The thin line couldn't really mess with you though. That's why you still
exactly.
Respect, ladies.
You just made that happen, bro. You made that happen, bro. You created a way to get paid.
Yes.
Doing
That's
nothing.
what I'm gonna say, man, because I got a story about last night. That similar thing happened where it was like so much electricity, so much magnetism. Shit, it went on fire. So check it out. I never go anywhere, right? I'm a homebody, really. But last night I went out, met my friend out. We weren't dancing, right? Reggae night, dancing. And these are my friends, right? I know them and all this, right? But so we're there having a good time. All of a sudden, the sound on the record is just like the screeching sound, like the record couldn't like handle the amount of energy that was going like into the needle. All of a sudden the needle caught on fire. The needle on the freaking record caught on fire.
Whoa.
That's a motherfucking that's what they call a girl who did that shit in the movie. She was making everything catch on fire back in the days. What was her name? Y'all know the movie.
Oh, the fire starter? What's her name?
Was it the little girl?
Yeah, the little girl who's in the park.
Okay. What was her name? Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fire
that's ill too. Go ahead.
Right? It was, well, I'm just saying that kind of reminded me of that because it was like this freak accident that I've never experienced in all my life of going out and whatever. Never have I ever witnessed that. And it was the weirdest thing. The DJs themselves were like, whoa, we never witnessed it. And it's just, it was like such a thin line between whatever was going on, the electricity, and then the fire, just ignited on the needle on the record. And I was like, wow. And it's not like the record was going extra fast or anything. It was just a regular, they had a regular speed and everything. I was like, whoa, that's just crazy. Because me and my friend were vibing hard. We were just in it, in the vibe. And I felt like we did that. I really do.
So fucking real that you thought you went out.
I was burning up that dance floor. I burned up that needle.
Whoosh. Hey, that's right. That's where you know, electricity is. That's the spark that gives you what we call fire. So go
Hey,
on and burn them up. You know.
time, was you enjoying yourself at the time? Was y'all was like the
Oh
energy,
man,
like it?
was I? And I don't go out anymore. Like it's been a long time since I've seen these people.
So
They used to like I used to sing with them and stuff like that, but then time, children, all this stuff. And when we see each other, it's far and few between. But it's always really powerful. And but never that powerful. It was like, whoa, like it was so fired, like
The
things were just
city
so
there,
hot.
like, this shit weird as fuck. Like as you speaking right now,
Oh,
that's why I asked you that said that. Like this is where it's like beginning like crazy. Shout out to the gods though. This shit is getting crazy right now because I can
hey,
literally I can
salute.
see
Peace,
you,
Queen.
right? I can see your body language. I could just see you and everyone when they came together was just like you said, it was just that powerful energy. And when y'all walked in wherever y'all was at, y'all was the party. Y'all was it. And it was just like it's the same thing as like when you come into contact with self. Like you remember when Jet Li was playing the one and he kept coming
Mm-hmm.
up, and the more that he took himself out, he was getting stronger. He was getting
mhm,
stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's how we are because we take ourselves out of we come into these builds and we able to take this energy and this field out in the field, right?
Mm.
And that it
mhm.
becomes so real that you connecting with it's like you plugging in the socket. Like, like you plugged in the socket of time right there, and it was just like everything was connected to your mind, and you was on such a high that the frequency was connecting with a negative energy that was in around the room, right?
Mm.
This is how fire is connected because your
Mhm.
oxygen then caught up with your fucking, then gave your fuel fire. They gave your
Mhm.
fire oxygen, and
Huh.
it's
Yeah, there's the right elements in this in
it's
the
the right elements, and it's gonna start
right.
sparking with the most thing that it's attached to. And the reason why I
Mhm.
went to the needle, because the needle was one of the things that was controlling a musical signal. And you are on such a high harmonic tone that your
Mm,
signal had interfered with
yeah.
the record. You feel what I'm saying? It's like it made friction. It made the uh imagine a record spinning and you know it, and everyone in this song know it. All right, so as the record spins, let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Can y'all see me? Okay, so
Yep.
imagine the record, right? The record is spinning like this. It's going around like this. Now the needle finds the groove. Like this line is a song. It's a line of a tweeter. It's a song. This is a song,
Big line. Oh shit.
right?
Uh-huh.
Every line is a song. So this is how the DJ know how to skip the record or make the
Mhm.
song.
Mhm.
So now, when you was playing, whatever was going on, your energy was connected to it. When you made this one song be this whole album. So instead of the needle reading the record on this line like this, that motherfucker was reading it like this. You feel me?
Oh damn.
Mm.
On the word. So it's like magnifying that shit. It's like when the DJ scratched that motherfucker, you feel me? He's scratching it backwards on the line. But imagine a line, the whole song being the record, and the line is thin, really, but it's this deep. You feel what I'm saying? Because you came in on a higher frequency of the line, so now that motherfucker was going, ooh, it's like a fucking. This is how you print. This is how
Mhm.
Xerox would do. Because
Yeah.
the goddamn thing like this. So,
Like a 3D print machine.
right. It's like a fucking sketch.
Mm.
You draw mind's eye. It's like a fucking sketch, and you sketching over the imprint of this lighter, and you going over that motherfucker like this. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit gonna create an imprint, and it's gonna create friction, which is a static, and that's what that shit did. Because all your people was, yeah, all
Wow.
your people was energy wasn't attached to it. Y'all energy was so fucking impact together that's how much power that y'all was shifting in because it's
And there
Woo.
wasn't a lot of people there either. It was kind of thin.
that's
No
what I'm
Hey,
pun.
saying.
look at that. And
It's
that's
dog power.
thorough because you know when you say electricity, you saying
Mhm.
electricity, and that's everybody is
Oh,
electricity. Your whole your very body is a electric city.
Just think about the electric. I tell y'all about
look
the
at you.
L's. The
Yeah.
L's.
Yeah.
All right. Dealing with the L. This is what they talking about you, because you are the L. When you stand up, your L is your feet.
Energy.
You're a natural L, just like we talk
Like,
about. It's an I, it's the dot and the L, which is the L, which don't matter. All right. So the L's, all the L's, elements, elevator, elephant, animatant, whatever they say, you know. All right.
Eel.
L's. You got two L's. You got the E, the L, and the E. So you got these two L's that's back to back. It's like if we put our back to back and we sit on the floor, we're gonna be two L's. You know what I'm saying? But our back is gonna be connected and our feet gonna go out. So we still gonna be an L this way, as above, so below. This is where we get L's from, because we got two L's on our shoulder. This was the right and the positive, and the mint was the mind. So we know the L's of the mint was our positive and our negative on our side. This is our right and our left hemisphere of our brain. This is the same shit, the L, and it's separated by the L, which is what? The lines. And we come through and we get lines in our head. You feel me? That's separated. Our brain is more separated than just here, because every coil is a line that separates the space of the meat. You feel what I'm saying?
So, hey,
the shoulder is another thing as an L too, because if you driving, you're looking over your shoulder, you're looking in the L position, you know. So when you look at your body, you look at two L's in front of you, you know.
Right here.
Hey, look, is Jello really trying to do Jello exist because our brain is like a gelatin?
Well, Jello,
you know, them L's you just said, P.
That's the plastic bag that we came in. The jail that we came in, and this the jail that we in. This is why they deal with jail cells.
The jail cell, like that's a reverse curse, because you know our body is a very, so to speak, vessel that holds in all of these cells,
right?
And it's reversed with like you would be in the jail cell, and your whole body would be in that.
We looking at the inside of ourselves, literally outside. It's a school of fish within us. It's a school. It's a body of school. It's different high school, low school, middle school, like elementary. The elementary, the mint of. Come on, man.
Look. Hey, look at that. The electric eel.
The electric eel. What is that?
You guys, do you know that tape? I don't know if anyone deals with electrical tape, but you know it's called UL or something, right?
URL tape, I think.
Yeah, that stuff. Right. Okay, so I wrap my smart meter, and I make like this mesh device, and I put UL tape all around it, because it will allegedly, supposedly, it keeps the radiation concentrated,
and it keeps the frequency from heating up too. Like, I'm a carpenter, so I use that stuff all the time,
and we use it in our grow rooms all the time to make sure. Yeah, you tape that thing down. You got to tape the windows up. You know, you can use that tape, the UL tape. Why is it called UL? I was just trying to look it up, but then I got on some other thing. But do you know why it's called UL? Because that's like right along the lines of what you're speaking about, Huey. About
it said the same shit. URL. It said the same shit. And
you are electricity.
Everything is everything, man. When you can start looking at shit like that, man, you know that you looking at yourself outside, man. Ain't no way in between. Then you'll stop. I'm talking about, boy. I stopped. I don't want to pay for do anything, but ain't nothing that what I'm motherfucker want to pay for. Nigga, we was arguing with the boy. He talking about it's a thin line between right and wrong, right? We gonna stay on this thin line, because this thin line that took us a whole. This motherfucker taking us somewhere, because it's such a thin line between everything, the truth and fucking what's a lie. That line is so goddamn deep that the lie is a truth.
Yeah, the lie is the truth. Huey, can I collaborate with you, brother?
All the time, God.
As the sister was saying, the UL tape, it's kind of like the UL tape was designed after our melanated skin because our bodies are the God galaxy, and internal coming out is how we manifest and create things to exist. So however people want to see their life to be great, they got to realize practicing it on the inside and performing their trust coming out will manifest everything that happening. And the UL tape, which is the melanin on us or the skin, is holding in our galaxy, our God galaxy energy until we manifest it coming out correctly.
Wow.
That's deep. Cause I use a lot of that UL tape. Like I have in my past. Well, not for my I mean, but I feel you, I hear you. Like that makes so much sense in the terms of say like a grow room, right? Because you need that reflective surface. You need everything to be as reflective as possible. And naturally you know the the tape is going to create more sun.
The
You
I
know,
was going to say, sister, the reflection in the room is a imitation reflection of the natural sun.
right, right. So the tape, you're saying the tape is like the melanin skin of the, but because it doesn't absorb. Well, wait, does it absorb? It does it reflect
Right.
the melanin? You know what I'm saying? Like that's interesting.
Because
Because it makes me also think about people with freckles, like, because freckles is kind of like melanin too, right? I
yes, it's
mean,
spotted.
like dots of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because I've got cousins with crazy freckles, and then like I've just got dark cousins, or like my sister's real dark. You know, she's darkest out of all of us, but I could get real dark, and I get freckles. You know, like, and I have these weird like dark spots. Not weird, but you know, the dark spots. Like you're like, okay, those are before they were telling us it's something else. We were always
And you
told it
know,
was.
a lot of the dark spots you call, those are actually, we call them beauty marks, and then they are also are called sometimes external moles too. And that's another thing that most American Indians will have. They will have the little knuckle pop out moles here and there on their face, somewhere around their eyes, sometimes by the ear, on your hand, your feet.
Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
it's little dark spots, you know what I'm saying? And we got to remember those dark spots are connected to everything inside of our system. So like for instance, if you found a little light mole on your face with a little knuckle sticking out, if you had a headache and you took your pointer finger and put it, your right pointer finger on that and just rubbed in a circle on top of the mole, the side of your head having that headache will slowly disintegrate. We so connected in ourselves, we
Excuse
realize
me.
we can heal ourselves with our own energy.
Hey,
That's
so
deep.
I was asking a question to everybody. Has anybody ever had the little mole sequence, whatever you want to call that? Have they ever had it get infected and disappear and come back?
Nope, I never.
I never heard of that
Not
one.
yeah. You can maybe explain because I haven't. I don't know, sis.
But I do understand what you mean as far as the moles being in sequence, because like my moles I got on my right side of my face start right at the edge of my nose, and it's three of them going directly to the corner of my eye. And then on my left side of my face, I have a little dark shadow pyramid right on the same corner where that mole ended. So it's crazy that you mentioned that, because
Hey,
I've
That's
been
crazy
looking
you
at
said that. That's
yeah.
Yeah,
that.
because I
You said the three sequences before you was talking about the pyramid. All I seen was the pyramids of Caesar. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this man got the
It's on your
pyramids
face.
in the damn face, bro.
the
It's just on
pyramid,
your face. The
the
God is in your
position of the
face.
pyramids, the
And really
bit from
why
Orion's belt
too.
and the shit. Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Sorry. Let me
Hey,
get
I wanted to address something you were saying earlier about that they're showing us everything, and it's not really that bad, right? You were saying something like that earlier.
Yeah.
Um, that's I wanted to address. I came on because I heard you talking, and I wanted to say I feel like yeah, you're right. That is part of the problem, and that's part of the deception. It's you said it. The line between the truth and the lie is really thin because because it's a half truth. Everything we know is half truth. We can never know the full truth with our own brain. Hold on. I mean, go ahead. Go on.
No, you're right. It's about our discernment at the end of the day. We can find out the truth because the truth is within us. The truth is what's true to you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be true to nothing else but to yourself. That's the biggest thing. When you be true to yourself, man, you'll be truthful to everybody else because nobody really, I don't think no one really want to harm no one else. And that's the biggest truth is being true to yourself. And when you start looking out as everyone yourselves, you wouldn't want to harm no one else because you would look at everyone as self. Now,
this is why I want to interject real quick. I want to interject because right now, what we all do, and you is self-project. Like we all self-project on reality. You know, and we self-project our own thoughts and our own reality into existence. And what you're saying is true for you. Like that's because you think that and you feel that. But dude, there are people who like to rape, kill, and steal just for the fun of it. And there's people who are not getting defended. And there's a lot of people who are getting away with shit because the system is set up for that to happen.
I agree. That's what I was going to. I was just going to say, now I got the right to not want to do no harm to no one, but it's about self-preservation, right?
Yeah.
If I'm aware of it, like if I'm around and somebody is trying to do harm or rape someone right there, it wouldn't go down on my time because I wouldn't let myself do it to no one else. Then I'm going to let one of my other cells do it to no one else in the presence of me. You feel me? Now,
well, for me, it's not self-preservation because I don't care about my life really. I care about everybody. I care about all the innocent people out there who are getting fucked over.
Well, but if you're not here, if you don't care about yourself, you're not going to do nothing for them. So I say I care about them as well too, but you don't care about them more than you. This is
I get you. Yeah.
This is the same thing that they wanted to do with putting deities in front of ourselves because they want us to put another man before you put yourself. Not yourself first, and then see what that other man is within you, so you can have them be a reflection of you, even though that they reflecting you. You feel?
Yeah, you're right.
Reflecting them. So if you reflecting them, you got to reflect them in the positive light. So they ain't never seen the reflection they self like that. They don't even recognize it. This is how you become empty space in the face of adversity. You become invisible when you're against the biggest things that's against you. When you up against your biggest challenge, you become invincible. Not invisible, but invincible. Okay? So this is what we have to get our people to the point. No matter what I mean by our people, I mean the people who be on here with us. You know what I'm saying? You, me, all the ones on the chat, because you know that your ripple effect starts with you. So if you can be the one that I can turn more than anything outside of you, that's the biggest effect for me, because I know that you straight and I'm a minor you. So I know if you straight, I'm straight. I don't want you to be hindered in your world. That's why I want to make sure everybody with us able to advance ourselves and stop going back into the trance and getting back stuck in the days and doing that what is it, the old circle of the same two-step dance, when we can create a new way to bounce. You know, when you stop just stepping your feet this way, and the new kids, they got a new way that they do their little shit, they do the hump, whatever they doing. You feel what I'm saying? They created a new bounce because they on their own frequency by their own account, only to be being led that way, right? So if we can reprogram ourselves to think in the ways that you the one, not nobody else, my G. It's you, because everything starts without you. If you close your eyes and don't wake up, it don't matter what's going on with all of those people who still suffering on this world, because their world is meant for their suffering. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We got to get out of the mind state of thinking that we're going to change everyone, because everyone got their own free will. You came back here on your free will. You agree by the things that we say on your own will. When you disagree, that's your own will. So you are on your own terms. When you ready to leave here, I can't say, nah, bro, you can't leave. You got to stay here until my goddamn live over? What if your phone die? You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Yeah. Real quick, have y'all heard of Etika? He just recently died.
Who?
Etika.
Who that?
It was this one YouTuber. Someone hacked his account, and then they started posting shit on his YouTube account or on his social media. The cops came to his house and busted his door down, and he was like, "Yo." He was streaming it on social media. This happened like 2 weeks ago. His name's Etika, and everyone was saying that he was acting crazy, even though he was like, "Yo, someone's hacking my account," and they were like, "Well, there's a lot of weird things happening on social media," and he ended up dead. They took him to the crazy house. They released him, and the next day he ended up dead.
Yeah,
and
I heard of it.
Yeah, dude. When I hear you talking about, I don't know. There was even this other lady. I made this video about it like three years ago. About she was trying to not do the driver's license thing where you don't need a driver's license or your plates, and she was just driving around, and she ended up. The cops ended up going to her house and shooting her, and
she's the one with her kids in the car, her children.
Yeah. That too. Like
acting, man.
Hey,
that's what I was gonna say.
Hey, Huey, John. That's astray from the topic because we're on a live chat. I wanted to reflect on what you and John and Huey was speaking on, as far as like everything that's surrounding us. John, I wanted to kind of bring up to your attention, man. We gotta let the chat room know that the mind, the brain, all of this is a sub data processor. It's a storing bank. It's not something that people want to go back and try to use to try to go forward, because the mind is the distraction. The mind is evil. So when you got good and evil fighting within each body, it's the soul and the mind in fight for the vessel. And so we gotta realize the brain is only the recorder. It keeps everything our eyes see and our ears hear. And the soul, we want to get our people to realize and learn your soul. That's the most important thing to all of this. You got to master your soul to be able to go and start projecting everything. Every word you say will be so powerful. You can speak and you can almost kill plant. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to teach our people. Hold on. We don't want to teach our people to keep thinking and using the believing and the mind talk, because that's the distraction. That's the pitfall for us going forward. Connecting souls and using the inner God soul energy to connect. That's why we're on this line now. So we got to go back to what we know for a fact what brought us to this chat, not because of the mind was thinking, oh, I'm bored, I just want to hear what they talking about. No, we're all on here teaching in a method. So it's our souls connecting. We got to be on the soul process. We can't be on this thinking in the brain talk, because it's going to keep our people going into those pitfalls. That's all.
I'm just gonna say one thing, and then I'll let whoever speak. I agree. Yeah, it's all about this. I think there needs to be a balance, mind, body, and spirit. Because I mean, if you want to talk about spiritual, we're speaking with our minds right now. And like the sister said, there's the Akashic records, and if you were really down with it, we would be meeting the spirit world and the astral planes, and not even using our brains to talk. We would be speaking with our spirits, and I could do that if you want.
Right. See, because I was going to say, spirit is only wind and word. So breath and word is the only spirituality, spiritual. When people use that word, they misuse it and it's misinformation.
Spirit goes beyond time and space.
Hold on. Spirit is only the power of the breath and word. You can dig as deep as you want to find. It's going to still take you to breath and word. That's it. It has nothing else to do with nothing physical or able to touch in real time. We got to stay on truth. On truth, we're going to be correct. If we keep going with the semantics and the romantic wordplay, we're going to keep finding ourselves going back to the same conversation again and not taking steps up the staircase instead of
I agree with everything except for saying not to use your mind in this conversation. We need to think logically. We're using the words to speak. That's using our mind. I agree with everything you're saying, except for the part that we need to be in balance with our mind, body, and spirit, because we're in all three right now.
You're still leaving out the most powerful thing in you, your soul. Your soul is what keep you alive, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. The mind, body, and the soul. I didn't know you didn't. When I said spirit, I meant soul. Sorry.
So, Huey, guess what just happened when y'all was talking? When I was on mute. When I was on mute, y'all, my fire alarm, my smoke alarm went off for no reason. Ain't nobody smoking. Ain't no smoking here. And I'm just in my room, and I think that it just happened because of the energy.
Power in word. You right, John.
Man, this is crazy.
I got up and I was like, "Did you hear that?" To my son, I said, "Is it you smoking in here or something?" No smokers in this house, none.
Weird, sis. You're igniting. We're igniting.
Just imagine if we all was able to channel and connect. We'd be able to pick a car up and move it 7-8 feet away from where it's sitting. If we able to do that same energy all on this with our souls connecting through the mind, body, spirit, and soul, all four of those connecting at one time, and we focus, we'll be able to pick up 1,000 pounds something and move it just by the tranquility energy that we manifesting through our souls connecting as one channel.
I agree.
I love y'all, man. I love being able to speak because, you know, I be on some stuff where, you know, none of my friends, family, nobody can really comprehend the things that I'm willing to talk about. So these live chats to the chat room, the panel, you know, peace, bliss to everybody, because these are the things that thousands of years ago was planned and now it's happening, and we're a part of what was planned thousands of years ago. So it's awesome for all of us to be connecting the way we are, because it was already designed, and for us to be in the soul, body, and mind and spirit to be here at this moment is great.
Yeah, and it's not bad to clash sometimes. You know, people have different opinions, and we can't always be, you know, disagreeing. If you have a different idea or point of view, you know, it's not bad to share it and express it or whatever. That reminds me of some stuff that happened to me one time. I was disagreeing, and that's what the truth does. You know, the truth hurts sometimes, and we all have different levels or perspectives of it. One time, whenever you speak the truth, you notice that a lot of people they won't like to hear it, because most people won't, you know, they want to hear what they want to hear.
Right.
But what was I gonna say? I was sitting at the dinner table with my mom and my grandpa, and my family basically, and we started arguing about the Bible. And I got up from my seat and I laid down because my grandma started cussing, and she was saying I was saying that the Bible is not all true, because, you know, it was the Bible just means books, holy books, and there was somebody who got the books and decided what was going to be in it and what wasn't. And I was just saying that God's everywhere. You know, he's not just one religion or one book. He speaks through all things. And I was saying wherever it says in the Bible that the Bible is the one and true book and nothing in it is wrong or anything like that, that's a lie. And I was trying to tell her that God told me that's not true. Like, God speaks through everything. And she started getting all mad, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go sit down. And I went to go lay down, and then she was still yelling and cussing, and boom, the bowl of food that I was eating out of, it just popped, and everyone got all quiet. And she was just like,
though, but
go ahead.
So, but well, there's right and wrong. People have to decide. It's a decision. Rather, this is right or this is wrong. This is right for me or this is wrong for me. I mean, that's
something that we decided to do. This is not a decision. This is a calling, and the Most High designed his callings through the souls he designed before we were even thought of. So by our implant, you know, from thousands of years ago writing, we're in this chat room on the panel, you know what I'm saying, right now because of the calling. It, like me personally, I didn't plan on being on these things 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I was already, hold on. I was already living it. I was already doing it. Like I've been doing this knowledge right here. I've been on this since I was 15, 16 years old. You know, I've lived as an American Indian my whole entire life. My mom, my dad, all of them, we all knew that we were the American Indians. All of my cousins, aunties, and uncles. But hold on. The reason I'm saying this is because I'm one out of my mom's 13. She's the youngest of 13. And all of her brothers and sisters have over 5 kids. And I'm one out of all of that was called. So it wasn't my choice, or it wasn't a decision. The Most High implanted that into the lineage of each people that's on here right now. He planted his plan in each lineage by seed. It's not a lot. It's not going to be a whole lot. It's very, very, very few. And those
but like I'm saying, you can you realize this, and you could be like, man, I don't want this for myself. You could very well be like that. Oh yeah.
You can make your own will and you will suffer for it, but at the same time, if the people that's not making their own will, they're on this live channel right now, you know, and it's beautiful because, like I said, I know millions of people personally, and I talk to y'all. You see what I'm saying? And I've never met nobody on this live chat or panel personally, face to face. But we share so much loving energy from the God energy that I know for truth, as you say, right and wrong. I don't speak on right and wrong. I don't speak of thinking. I don't speak of believing. I speak of truth and correctness. And on truth and correctness, I feel through the energies coming from this devil's utensil, the energy that the God power is in y'all. So it's a calling that we all on the same call, because we are on the same call right now.
Fact.
Yeah, like the Most High, the Most High even give me shit to say to y'all when it just come to me and shit. So I could vessel and shit, get this shit out here. I be knowing shit and the Bible and all that. And I ain't read none of that shit.
That's the best way to go about it.
And think about it like this: it was called a calling back in glyph. Even the word calling is in glyph form, right? Before we had phones, and we on the phone calling.
Hey, now take this out.
What I'm saying is the Most High's design of his plan is so beyond our imagination. All of us together couldn't still come up with an idea that he do.
Because he done gave us all, and he's speaking it through you and me. Now check this out. When you said calling, right? This is how we all know that we was calling, because this is one thing that we all almost agree on, right? We see all. Look how all we are. We all see all, right? So when you see all in. You already was called, because then you will see all, and then you're gonna see I in all of everybody that was called, and the G at the end of it lets you know that the G was in you, which was the chi, the energy that was in you, and it was in you all to be able to see and hear the call. And you
hallelujah.
Look, man, look. When you hear the word, when we hear the truth, we gonna walk to it. That's why we walk towards each other. We took a step towards the truth, and he just took 10 towards us, or more, maybe more than that. Right. One of the last night, look, after we did the live, bro, that was one of the another one of the biggest things that viewers that I had on one of the lives in the day. You know what I'm saying? That mother went right up to 200 and something. You feel what I'm saying? So I already know that it was really 200,000. They don't want to tell us that. Because
they can tell you the truth.
That much motherfucking people, but I know that Zoe got 1 billion in him. I know I got 1 billion in each one of y'all. Got 5 billion in each one of us. That's how many worlds is that?
Endless worlds, countless or amountless world.
And we are attached. We are tuned in to the channel. We're tuned into each one of the channels, even when we're not. We're subconsciously attached to the channel, because we are operating and we are channeling what we are.
We are the
Yes.
channel.
Hey, look at that. That's thorough. Like they literally tie amounts to a mountain. You know, the mountain to get to its peak or whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
where they say things what it amount to, it
Mm-hmm.
all of that comes from a mountain.
Yes.
You know,
Word.
it's a tough feat to
A
you know
mountain.
conquer a mountain.
That's what's up.
Yep, and it's like a math problem that's solved. Like when you get to the peak, you get to the top or the horizon or whatnot. Like you would get to see
Yeah, bro.
the world from the mountain peak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you at the peak, when you looking at the peak, that puts you at the top. What I was telling y'all about the pyramid scheme to put
Yeah.
ourselves at the top. And then we don't just want to be at the top, we want to be at the tip of the top because the tip is higher than the top.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
that's so dope because when you get, it's like so many people then lost their lives trying to get to the peak of the mountain, but those who make it up there, you know, they scream it from their lungs through the atmosphere. You know, it's just a sense of
And it echoes
success. You know
all
what
the
I
way
mean?
around the world. You hear, you know how long that echo is? Just think of how loud and how long that echo is. Just think of
Even
about
when it's
it.
even when you can't hear it,
When you can't hear that ripple effect, it's still going. Just
still.
wonder how long that thing gonna go. Do you think of it changed the frequency when you go, hey, it go, hey, 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 and the bird caught the frequency and was like, ah, ah. And a goddamn bear got that motherfucker going, ah.
Yep.
Got it, and we got the hay, and we got, you know how much we got out of hay,
You said HATE?
hay or whatever,
Oh,
hey,
okay. Out of hay. Okay. Okay.
hey, or whatever we done said. We could just went up there and just said the A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. When you do that, right? The frequency going everywhere, and now people going. Some people gonna hear P E A C A O I. They might get peace. Some people might get WAR. They might not even hear nothing but a wow. Yeah.
Hey, that's thorough too, man. That's like the the whole, you know, this whole system or whatnot, literally showing you the echo or the ecosystem, how it, you know, you will hear your voice do that type of echo thing, and that's like showing you the dimensions. That's proof that they real, you know, just the echo. That's dope, man.
Hey, y'all know how we were saying that we be calling how we all connected, right? No pun intended. And I don't know, I don't be with the fuckery though, but I just had to say this because y'all there, y'all, we all there, we here. How many times I tell y'all that I'm God? Who channel y'all on?
On the God, P.
Hey, look, we are on the channel of the wave. I've been sending this wave out so long. Do you hear me?
For a long time.
For a long time, forever.
Man, I called it, man. I'm surfing with you, man.
Listen, y'all been sending this wave out so long that I can't wait to connect with you guys. I've been listening to your vibration for so long. It's like fuck. I knew that when I found you, I was like, this is my family. My family, my wife and
Same
them,
here, man.
they think that the panel, they think that I think that the panel is more of my family than they are. But it's something about the connection that know that we are, and they know that they are just me. And this is how far we were supposed to be separated, so we can connect this line that was between us. Look how far this line is between us, but we're on the same line because we're on the same path. Some people might just be on a different area of the path. You feel what I'm saying? But we're on the same ley line. We are all on the same ley line, meaning we laying on the same thing, standing on the same thing. We ain't under or over each other. We on top of everything, and we see under everything. So we on each level. You got to take yourself to every fucking level, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody say that you weren't supposed to think about the mind. I wanted to say this because I said that earlier yesterday when I was talking about it. I was like how the mind met the spirit and how the body, they were all lingering around and they all agreed to be upon one and work. Even when they're not there, you can see each other. Even under the dirt, they already know how they work. You got your mind, your body, and your soul, your spirit, whatever you want. The spirit is the air. You feel what I'm saying? Which is connected to your mind. Everything is like your funny bone. Your mind is also water. This is the immortal waters, the blackness, the emptiness, the plasma bag that we came in, the plastic that you was talking about, mind's eye, the gel. I mean, the gel that you was talking about. We coming through that jelly. That say, yeah, I don't really want this jelly. That's what girls be talking about, the jelly. They know we want to get the jelly because the jelly is in the belly. Why you get belly and the jelly? You understand? The bell of the beast. Why it's the bell? Ding dong. You gotta ring the bell inside. What's inside the bell? The thing that's making it shake inside to make the inside wiggle, like shake like a water wheel. You hear me? And when you're inside, you're shaking a little bell, you know that it got something inside of it, a gel. Once you release that motherfucker here, release from jail. Listen, man, you gotta release the prisoner. Just like you said, the beast within. The beast is within the mind. That's why he said mind. The mind is also, the mind is the most powerful weapon. So you can't do without a mind, because if you think right now, if you're brain dead, you're dead. You're dead. Your heart can pump, but you're dead. You can't do shit. You can't think for yourself. You don't breathe for yourself. They have a machine to pump it for you. You're dead. You know? You got to be able to use your mind, because you are in your mind. You got to know that I'm in the mind. You are in your own mind and no one else. Don't let me get in your mind.
So how you know if you brain dead, you can't do nothing though? You just can't do nothing with yourself.
That's the most thing that you're trying to do with. You can't do nothing with yourself. You can't do nothing with nobody else cells. You can't do nothing else with cells around you. You feel me? That means you can't breathe in and out. You don't know what to do. You can't goddamn open your eyelids to see out yourself. You can't do nothing. You're stuck in a sinking place. You're inside of yourself recreating. So you might as well go through and pass through another fucking body. Because while you're waiting, because now you're just in a dead vessel. You're looking for a live vessel.
You could be in a whole another world, but
you're
you still could be
always
in a whole another world.
Could I say something real quick?
You're going to be, yeah, hold on. But let me say this real quick. You're going to be in a whole nother world, right? Just like you are when you go to sleep. But you need a vessel to attach to. That's why you can't get away in your dreams and you stay away, because you attached to this vessel right now. This vessel is still working for you.
Right. You got to wake up. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I wanted to say, and this is just, this is one form of reality. I'm pretty sure, they say, as it is in heaven, so it is on earth. And the same way we have minds.
Yeah, as it is in heaven.
Physical world, we're going to have a mind and a body in the spiritual world. It doesn't matter if you have a brain in the physical.
Said, as it is in heaven, as it is on earth. So as it is on the inside, as it is outside, what you see.
I'm gonna need y'all here.
On the inside is what you're going to see on the outside. It's all they saying to me. You feel me? Because he was in the Avon. He was in an even place. The avenue, everyone, how you want to look at it, So, but look, when you're dealing with heaven and hell, you inhale, you exhale, you enter and you exit, right? Hell is with hell, and heaven is nothing but another title, like our body or like a name. They give it something like a house or a job. No different. You got to make it what it is. Drop.
It look real good, Josh. You knocked this out for me, I promise you.
Big drop. Drop.
You got to shoe in my eye on.
Mr. Pickup. Call Sir Drop, Mr. Pickup.
They said you can clock up.
Drop, Mr. Mike.
Clock up.
Okay, I learned how to mute people now too, y'all. Yeah, go ahead, John. My bad.
No, I was done. I said what I said already. What I had to say.
Yeah, man. I just had to throw that little joke here. Right? It ain't a joke, but it's for real though. I be manifesting all the shit I be wanting. I be needing y'all though, for real though. The powerful ones, because it's the ones who awaken. I think the awakening might be over. It's time to get through the awakening. We passed the awakening. We've been ascended. So now it's time to stop pretending. You know what I'm saying? And start defending the universe for real, because this is what we are. We're the masters of the universe. We was here to protect the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? And each one of us are a world within this galaxy. All right. We are worlds and universes within inside of ourselves. And what we speaking is the Akashic record. It was you and our verses that we agreed upon. And the verses that we share is the truest things from our inside of ourselves. And this is what we have to start sharing with each other, because these is the things that connect the real from the fake. This is how you know the difference between reality and actuality, because there's a difference there. You feel me? It's always a difference. And you have to walk a line between the reality and actuality. Just like you got to walk a line between your mind. Your mind and your brain is a line in between everything. You even can't even have a mind without having no lines to make the word mind and show you that you had a mind before you even knew it was a mind. It was something that you was utilizing the whole time, that you was creating yourself through the design. How you made your arm, how you formed from each stage, how you developed from each stage was something that you had implemented into your mind. It was the data processor. We go through a process. You know, so the more we see that we got to go through this process, we know that we'll keep on changing and we'll forever change to remain the same. We'll change so many things just to keep everything maintained. This is how we have to do with ourselves. This is how you keep yourself whole. You hear me? This is how you keep your mind connected with the soul, and you keep it connected with the body, and you don't have to separate them. Where they tell you can't take your physical with you to your heaven, because they don't want you to connect everything together, because you'll realize you are always in heaven and you were given everything that you needed to come through the source, and it wasn't none of these clean clothes or none of the sort. It was only the skin that was that covered up. Look, you were wearing clothing already and never known.
Mm-hmm.
Your skin clothed your body. It clothed the fucking the vessels within the water. The skin is the only thing that can withhold the water.
Hey, Huey, could I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe in unspoken truths?
I don't believe I know.
So you know that there's some things that we shouldn't say that are true.
It's many things that I don't say.
Yeah.
I tell my people, as much that I give everyone, there's some things that I'm not gonna give away, that I hold dearly to myself.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
And it's the same to you. It's the same to yourself. I can't give you everything. I just give you enough to open up. You hear me?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I give you enough to open you up where you don't feel like you're up under me. I give you enough to where you can at least come to where I'm at, but you just have to see where I'm at. And that way will lead you to know where I'm going. And then your mind can think and ramble. And that gives me room to grow. You know? Because I know something you don't know. So that's when I connect with you. I know something that I don't know. That's what gives me the room to grow and let my ceiling still be my sky. Even though that I am in the sky and I'm looking down in everything, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
And you want to spoon feed motherfuckers because we all giving a lot of information, right? So for us to take it all in, you don't want to give up too much so they don't catch it, or then they got to still catch what mind's eye say, then you still got to catch you say, you got to catch what everybody say, so you only going to remember 20-30% of the deep shit we be talking about.
No.
You understand?
No, you got to take it. See, look, this is what
I get you.
You're going to remember everything, because all we're doing is remembering. Remember that everything that you're learning is coming from inside of you. Everything that you learned from me really came from inside of you. I'm just speaking from inside of you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm speaking from on the side of you. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at, I know that I learned it from you, and it came from me. The things that I don't say, when I'm sitting here thinking,
Damn, that was dope. He said I learned it. He said I learned it from you, but it came from me. That was deep.
Yeah, because when I'm thinking, when I'm sitting here thinking, like each one of y'all right now is sending out this frequency, and I'm connecting everybody's thoughts, and I'm speaking mine on top of that, and thinking mine out to y'all. So when y'all able to come in, it's going to go right into our harmonic tone. This is why I be trying to teach us this. This is what I be trying to say. Once we learn to give each other's words space, that let us all be like, damn, I was thinking that too. You feel me? But if everybody is clashing and just not, and they want to get their point across first, you ain't listening. You just waiting to make your point about what I just said. So you done missed everything else that I was trying to say. You feel me? So when we give each other room and space to breathe, we can learn everything and listen to everything everybody say. Because then I'll say, do y'all agree? You say, yeah, that was dope. Anybody disagree? No. Well, let's move on. We agreed upon that. That shit gonna stay with you whether you know it or not. That shit gonna stick with you for forever. That don't woke you up forever. So the next everything that you done connected to that's still here with you and connected to you in any way, and if you equate yourself to being everything, then that shit gonna pass into that in every way. So I know this is the effect that we having by how far and spread out we are around the world. We got people everywhere. I did a song called All Around the World, People Talking About Me. London, Japan, talk about this before I even got on YouTube and even did one account. I did all this shit, all them songs. Now I manifest everywhere they talk about me. Germany and France, they talk about me. Shit, they just be talking. I said Hawaii, Cancun, on Mars and the moon. They be talking about me. You know who I am? God. Nigga, they talk about me everywhere when they don't even know they're talking about me. The stories that they telling about their homie was me. This is how I equate and how deep my line is. That my line is so thin between reality and fucking actuality is goddamn ocean water deep. I told y'all, if you dip your face in the ocean, right? If you was in a boat and you put your face in the ocean, you couldn't even see your face looking at you from the top of the sky because your face would be face down in the goddamn water. And you couldn't see it at the bottom looking at you because the ocean's so deep, you ain't know that you was standing, it was where your feet was at. The ocean's so deep, right? Is where we at down here walking on earth. And it's so shallow when we go to the earth when we go to the ocean, we can goddamn go from the top of the earth to from the top of the sky into the bottom. You feel what I'm talking about? Do y'all hear what I said? That's how far and thin this line is that we talking about. This space is between us. We might bring the heavens down to earth today. While everybody walking around in a daze and going to work around their ways, I'm sitting around here thinking and contemplate if I want to bring fucking heaven down to earth today, because don't no one realize how close heaven was to their hell. If you hold your breath while you inhale, could you exit and get to heaven? Anybody want to answer that? If you hold your breath, if you inhale and then you exhale, which is exiting, right? When you exit, what do you go out to? If heaven and hell is the only parallel. Because when you go in your door, you got to go back out your door. That's the same thing. So when you go in your hell and you go back out your hell, what do you go to?
Hey, Huey, can you hear me?
Yes, Queen, go ahead.
Well, I feel like this is touching like like yesterday's conversation about going in and out, everything that we experience, like turning water on and off, anything that has an in and out, an on and off, up and down, an opposite, that is a sexual act in my perspective of it. And I don't look at it like, oh, it's sex is happening. I'm just like, okay, there's an empty jar. We put things in an empty jar. It's no longer empty. The things are now inside the jar. But
Yep.
that jar was once empty, right? Or had ether in it, or however you want to say. Because people love to correct me about when I say it's empty or it's space. They say space don't exist, or space is ether. So I'm correcting myself, right? Just to cover all bases.
You on point. Space is ether, time, emptiness, all of that. It's space in
Right.
that jar.
Emptiness is really something. It's the omittance of time. The
Right.
emit of time, and emit is time backwards.
Facts.
So to me, when you say inhale and exhale, I'm still thinking of the sexual magical act that have brought us here, in the first
In
place.
the first place. Right.
That's what I think. Maybe not everybody sees it that way, but when I see an empty vessel, I think the womb. And when I see things inside the vessel, I think the counter opposite of the womb, So that's how my brain works.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you see an empty vessel as the womb, and you see maybe as a phallus, something with a vessel with something in it as
Now my
going in it.
my coffee, right? Like I just made the
Yeah.
coffee, the empty cup. The
Right.
coffee was the phallus,
Right.
right? The cup was the womb, and now I'm stirring my coffee. I put my milk in the coffee, and then
Yeah.
is my phallus, and I'm
Yep.
stirring my spoon. Like I need that tool to make it work inside the womb. I need that tool,
And then
like
you put it back inside you. You drinking
it's
inside
very
you. That's a womb. That's the same shit. Open your mouth, pouring it inside the womb.
in and out, up and down, breathing in and out, Inhale, exhale. Like hail, HALE could also be HAIL, like hail up.
Yeah.
Like we're filling you up. Like you're inhaling your body. You're hailing up your body in the in way. Then you do it in the out way. You're every time we breathe, we are giving gratitude, and we're being grateful for our life. Because if we didn't want that, we could just easily stop ourselves from, or not easily, but we stop that breath. But we don't want to stop that.
Because we know, just like any animal in nature, when they are under a threat, they're gonna run because they know that their breath is under attack. Somebody trying to take their breath away, or something is trying to take their breath away.
It's a heavy breath. It becomes thick. The ether,
Yeah.
the air becomes thick. The ether becomes thick. Yeah, the
Yeah.
molecules get closer. Or alleged molecules, get closer together when
Right.
it's hot. That's why you get all sweaty inside a car when you're making out with someone.
Yep.
Right? Because everything's closer together now. Everything's about to explode.
Man, right out my head. Explosion.
Yep,
Explosion.
exactly.
So they were talking about the Big Bang
explosion.
Theory. Is that the Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang. See, it's not the Big Bang wasn't what happened out there. It's what's happening inside of us.
Yes.
That's the biggest bang right there.
Yes.
Ooh, I need some coconut oil. Someone like yesterday, Letty, she's like, I put coconut oil in my coffee. I'm like, girl, that's so good. I used to do that every day. I'm gonna do that now again from now on, because it's true that coconut oil kills the bacteria, and it's also really tasty. Like it makes it nice. Anyway, sorry.
Coconut oil is good for everything.
Side note.
Yes. Lotion, toothpaste, hair.
Oh, I'll tell you one right now. For all you mothers, that have, or fathers, shoot, mothers and fathers, that ever have an issue with your daughter when they're little and they get UTIs, okay, urinary tract infections.
Uh-huh.
They are the most painful things for these little girls to handle. They can't even handle life. Like, it's the most, when my daughter went through it, she's only had one, and I learned coconut oil. Okay, coconut oil. Rub that all up in there. The little woman. Like, put it where she is. Red and infected and rashy. Just put it up in there and just rub it. And every now, it'll be instant relief, instant bacterial. The bacteria will start to clear itself up. And the most important thing is the relief, because it's so painful for them little girls. I'm not sure if boys have it too, but not as often as the little girls. So coconut oil saved me. I'm just telling you, get some rubber gloves.
I'm going
And you
right now.
yeah. So that's just something I learned about
So
coconut
why
oil.
you did it? Because I don't know.
What did you say?
I need to ask my wife. I asked my wife.
No, because sometimes little girls, they want to hold their pee for a long time, and they be stubborn. They don't want to go to the bathroom when you tell them go to the bathroom, and then they just end up getting, oh, it hurts now. Oh, okay, well, now we gotta put some coconut oil on it.
Oh.
And feed them a spoonful of coconut oil so that they're ingesting, put it in their juice, put it in their milk, whatever, or just have them eat it, and then that'll also aid to bacterial infections, and and it'll lessen the symptoms. So yeah, man. Rashes, any kind of sunburns,
Yes.
sensitive skin,
That's why you put
eczema.
it on your body before then, and it absorbed, it be in your skin and shit already. You put it in your mouth, you wash you brush your teeth with it, you put it in your hair, when you lotion your body up with it, and to keep you from even having to go through it, period. You know what I'm saying? So if you know these things, we attack that at the early age, at the early stages, so it's already in the system. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing like they would do. They would try to give you a vaccine or some shit like that. So we got to counteract everything that was been given to us. So we know that we want to motherfucking eat right, put water on our body, dress our body in coconut oil, sun gauge, eat fruits.
You can use it as a lubricant. You can use it as a lubricant. Like, say it's too dry, when you're trying to be with your woman. That or hemp oil. Hemp oil works excellent, and it's really good for your yoni and for your lingam. Like, it's good. It's good for you,
Hey,
like.
that's deep because I take a drop of hemp oil every morning.
That's right. Good for you. You're reactivating those receptors that were once dead. They died off because we weren't using them anymore, but people are getting it back. Like, I know I have mine.
Keep them senses open, man. We got to keep our senses open. You got to know when to close them, because we got to learn. Everything is about what you just said: it giving and receiving.
Yes.
Giving and
Hey,
receiving.
hey, that's deep because it's like the giving and receiving thing. Dealing with that, man. Like, is it the left hand to be the hand you receiving, and the right hand to be the one you dish out?
Definitely.
I don't know. I think it's the opposite, right?
I was just gonna say for each his own though. You got to learn what work for you though. Cause me, I learned that I'm a puller. Like I could pull when I be doing my wing chun and shit like that. I pull energy. That's how I'm able to move the things around me. The more that I pull instead of dishing out, I dish out. I push out to receive. You feel what I'm saying? And as I push out, I receive and I pull back in, because that's as I'm pulling in. So I'm inhaling, I'm pulling it to me. So that's the gravitational pull. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm pushing out and I'm breathing in to receive. So I'm bringing everything around me. So when I try to connect like to the trees or whatever like that, I push my energy out to touch it and bring my energy back to me as far as I can reach. You feel me? And the more you do it, you're to go out. You feel me?
Hey, that's thorough. Cause like, look, to get back to the or go forward to the topic of this stream, and it's powerful, bro. It's like the in between, is literally that thin line. It's like when you breathe in, that's to invent. You know what I mean? And when you exhale, this is where you exhale what went in when you like it's like to breathe in is invention, and you breathe out what we call creation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all of that comes from in between. Like say that in between is the thin line that's separating your left and right. You know what I mean? So like when you think about it, you know how they call us this is the incarnation, right? Everything where you see a bug is that's his car. You know that little energy that's occupying that bug or these insects, the energy that's occupying our bodies and all of that. Like they sit in the in between, and like that's what we are breathing the breath to. But it's like if you was to separate your lips, your top lip from your bottom lip, and you keep your teeth together, that's like, and you breathe through them teeth. Like you take that in, like that's literally your carburetor. You know that carburetor on the front of the car, and then
Yeah.
it got the headlights to the left and right. Like every time you said to your son or your daughter, or when it was said to you, stop running, that was you. You was a little car speed. You know our bodies is vessels. That's vehicles.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if you like just peep the game, man, all of it, man. Without us, ain't none of this material shit without us manifesting first.
Check this out, man. You just took me somewhere else too. All right.
Respect.
So we know that we travel, and I move fast, not travel faster than the speed of light.
Mm-hmm.
Not travel faster than the speed of light. We travel faster than the speed of light. Physically.
That's right. Moving like, go ahead.
Physically, we travel faster than the speed of light.
Or what do you think our thoughts? Our thoughts travel faster than the speed of light. I mean,
So
you
then
know how
we must be the light. If our thoughts travel faster than light, we must be at least traveling the speed of light.
the speed of light, I think faster than the speed of light. Because check this
Right.
out. You know how the saying goes, I got an idea, so the light bulb turns on. But you get an idea first, and then the light bulb turns on. You feel me? So
Yeah.
they're trying to like make us less powerful by telling us, oh no, light's more powerful than your brain or your thoughts or your own, ability to tap into those Akashic records.
Mm-hmm.
That's more power. That is faster, in my opinion, than because I could dimension jump quicker than I could turn a light switch on. Like that, to me, that still takes time for that electricity to go to the light because of the way that we have it set up. Now, if we would just think to turn the light on, it would happen a lot faster. You feel me? Oh, you
Yeah.
guys got me going.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's tough because like you got me thinking about it. Like our head is that very, is what gave the design for that glass dome light bulb we always screwing into the sockets of these pictures. It's like that light is deep.
You can even go further because you said they would screw it into the socket. But what's inside our eyes are considered sockets, that we have sockets inside our eyes. Why is that? You feel
You going in. You going in.
They're just messing with us by saying, oh, this is electricity and this is a socket and this electrical grid motherboard, all this stuff. But then they're like, oh, this is your brain, something really different. The reality is there is one and the same. And wow.
Yeah. It's
So,
like
this is how they know. Hold on, man. We're not supposed to be riding in their fucking shit. We're supposed to be riding around in our own whips, meaning your own vessel. It can fly around, and you can be a goddamn spaceship if you want. You can turn into anything you want. You fucking do what the hell you want everywhere with your mind. Literally, you can sit in time where you at and do everything you want to do from where you at.
Anything. And not saying it like on a bullshit type of level, how they talk that do what you will shit. Like I always say it, that I'll do what I want to do, but everything that I want to do is things that I necessarily need to be doing. Playing with none of these, you know what I mean? I ain't out here doing what I want to do on a bullshit note. You know,
Fucking
like they
right.
doing what they want to, and they just knocking the hearts out of the people and the animals, man. I just seen the craziest mess, man. Well, look at that thin line. It's like so many of us, like we eat death trying to live, you know. I just seen like, I think it was Knowledge that was talking about how they just gorging on all of that food, just throwing it down they hatch or whatnot. Just totally like, and most of it is a whole bunch of meat, right? This is what I'm getting at. Like how could you eat literal death? You know, like on every day you eat literal death, and you want to go into your future with a healthy, you know, live vibration. It's just something that I don't think it's possible, because you can't convert that energy of torture, and you know, where you take the life out of the next organism that's living it. You know what I mean? That very energy is gonna manifest in you, so to speak. Where that thin line is at, where you thought the food was cool, later on we'll pay for it through depression and, you know, just feeling aside of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because the animal didn't want to die. It didn't want to die for you to chew.
And you said something about down the hatch, right? Like everything's going down the hatch. You're just shoving it down the hatch. But what happens when you hatch? When a bird hatches, right?
Up the hatch.
That's the opposites again. So
Right.
it's just crazy because when you say that word, when you said hatch, I thought birth, you know, hatch, egg, like exit. But when
Exit.
you say down the hatch in that sense, you're saying exit that way, the downward. Like so
Mm-hmm.
down. Dang, man, that's crazy because these words never
Wow, and that,
before.
hey, that's something else, Empress. Because think about that. Like you just said, the opposite of down the hatch is the egg coming out of the hatch. You know, hatching out, and this is life coming out. You know what I mean? Now I think of people throwing things down the hatch is totally reversed. You know what I mean? Like to throw something that was once living down your hatch, it's like you putting it inside of a festering tank, you know, where all of this stuff, it literally, like say those who like to drink Kool-Aid. Remember that Huey P, we was building on that, you know, where the body gets real volatile, and we talked about the human spontaneous combustion. How much oil comes out of this meat that we eat? Char, you know, just the whole, you know, all once the whatever inside of whatever, once the fire hits it, it turns it into a whole different type of what's that word, molecule or chemical. You know, they call them the alchemicals. When you cooking, you are literally an alchemist. You know what I mean? And to cook on that meat, like pretty as it look, it be all toned up and, you know, cooked up all seasoned, looking as good as it look. That's how bad it is for you. You throwing that stuff down the hatch after it done hatched for life. Now you throwing it down your hatch. That's something. Like your body becomes a big old volatile, vile, so to speak, contaminated cesspool or contaminated type of cell pool.
Yeah, exactly. Cell pool, cesspool, and there again, the opposite. Because cells are building to build, whereas cess is death.
Mm-hmm. That's ill, man. Total like a reverse of the natural. Cause like I'm thinking about it, how we put stuff down in our body to, you know, as far as the things we ingest and eat. all of it's like Nickelodeon. It's like you just chewing up the whole Nickelodeon channel. You know what I mean? All of this fake food, and I heard somebody say that like it's gonna eventually ensue, and like it's a poison they getting us to eat, and later on it'll activate or whatnot, not and lock us up. You know, have us sick and all that type of stuff. All because we don't know what we throwing down or wishing well. Wow, I wish you well. Should be well with the things that you eat, but it's the total opposite, huh?
There we go. You're coming with these terms, these phrases that we say.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As supposed, like we're supposed to be speaking the English language, right? But we
Right.
speak American. I mean, in all reality, like I don't speak like an English person. I don't think
Right.
I speak like an American because
Mm-hmm.
we've been here. So we got all these things from where? Our ancestors? I highly doubt it. You know, even maybe
Yeah.
some of them, ones that are really bring hard truths, but these other little phrase things, man,
I don't know. I don't know.
You English,
Okay.
mate?
Wow.
what was that?
Did you want to use the handle on this candle? Type. That's how them English, the English ones talk.
That they don't. You just we just accept. We accept it. We just accept it. Oh well, yeah, we're going to English class. Like I took AP English.
Huh.
I was so ignorant to think that was actually English. Like if I was then thinking, right? I'd be auto hoaxing all that stuff. I'd be debunking the whole school, and I was to the point for which I knew. But then, they don't teach you that stuff. You don't learn that stuff till you're outside of the systematic programming that you're trying. They're trying to get us all in our children in. So man.
Hey, that's deep. That's deep, man. Cause like in order for you to give yourself the awakening that you didn't even know you was going to it, it was just the curiosity that gave you a question. Things like we always knew the world was kind of twisted after the age of 5. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, as far as I know, I peeped it. Like, damn, like when I learned I had to perish one day and all that.
Yeah. No,
I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
I was the same way. As a youth, these weird things would happen to me. And I'd be like, what is this? Like, how am I in this body? Why did I get chose to be in this body? This spirit, this soul. Like I had all these deep questions at a young age that I knew I couldn't ask anybody.
Yeah.
But then that, we go into our own little, our little worlds, and then that's when,
you get to wake up.
Oh, you got these diseases or that, ADHD and whatever. Like I never got diagnosed with any of that, thank goodness, because I was like in the 80s and stuff. And that didn't come out till like later on, where they were really like, oh, these kids got ADHD, ADD, AHD, and all this stuff that really was made up, in my opinion, just to categorize us and make us feel worse about our individuality and about our,
Hey, that's something, because you just made me think about the thin line again. You know how they said you can get diseased or whatnot, and when we come to realize that's just anything that makes you uneasy. You know what I mean? Where you can't even, like, some people will say, I need my space, like they'll be claustrophobic type of people. It's where that claustrophobia is a disease, but it ain't a disease like a rash or something. Even a rash ain't a disease. It's just a more like a symptom, you know what I mean? Or a cause for effect or something you done touched on, but it's not a disease. It puts you at a dis-ease.
Right.
And it's just where
mind's eye. not to interrupt, but they give you medication for claustrophobia. Like they will prescribe you shit for that. So they are trying to break that line and say, oh no, this is a disease. This isn't just a phobia. Now you can
They
take
give you and also, I mean, they give you they got it on nowadays that if you sweat too much, they give you a little medicated cloth that you wipe on your skin.
Wow.
For your underarm area.
To me. I sweat a lot, man. You know, doing this what I do, but you ain't gonna come touch me with nothing.
They're cleansing out your pores, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I mean, is like they're turning natural things that now everything has a name, everything has an obia, everything has a crazy. I just said obea. Does anybody know what obea is? And obea is an end of phobia. Phobia?
Hell no, I sure don't.
Wow, the obea is the phobia is the
obea in the Bible. Obeah. It's like some evil. I don't even know exactly what it is. But if anyone knows what I'm talking about, you know they're kicking up that shit hard, man.
Wow, it sound like Cobra or do y'all remember arachnid phobia?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Wow, that's deep. Hey, look.
It goes to spirituality and to religion now. It goes to watch. I'm gonna look it up and
yeah, it's where like going back to the disease thing and the thin line when you think about it, like everything's a disease, but it's not nothing that's a disease like that. It's only things that put you at a dis-ease, and they'll have us believe that the little symptoms that you are experiencing is the disease, but the only thing that the disease is you are at a dis-ease. You know what I mean? And it's something that we can get rid of this symptom easy with. You know what I mean? So it's like that thin line between your life is on the line and it's just a fucking farce. You know what I'm saying? Where they put it all in your mind and you'll manifest the death. And look at this. When you say flip the script, that translates to pill-filled scripture. Like you know how they fill your prescription for pills? And you got a whole flipped mind when you ingest these pharmaceutical drugs, man. Like that very thin line is the prescription where they'll give you the medicine and you would think that helped you out, but it really hindered you. You know what I mean? Where you could have been on point from the gate, but they just said, hey, come on here and we gonna give you something to, you know, literally have your ass all in candy land, things like that. High out your mind. Like it's just dope for the psycho who think these people are here to take care of you. Mic drop. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm still tuned in too, y'all. I'm listening in.
Yeah, we here. We on deck. Me and my youngin in here making a smoothie. I had to mute the mic.
Man, I kind of woke up when I wanted to. Today I didn't even get to make the smoothie, man.
He pour me some. Don't drink it all, bro. Oh, that's how you gonna do? All right, remember that.
Hey, what type of berries and stuff you be putting in your smoothies or whatnot?
We got strawberry, banana, and peach in this one.
Boy, I be putting chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, all of it in my smoothies, man.
Yeah. He don't be liking all that in there, so you know I be putting certain stuff in there for him.
But it like him.
Yeah.
And that stuff, I say that stuff needs you. That's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I still think it in there. He don't be doing it. It's in there all the
time.
Oh, God.
Hey, do y'all know anybody that be getting the ginger root And they chew it like bubble gum.
Yeah, I be having ginger root. You messed it up. Yep.
Hey, that ginger root is something special. You be dealing with it, P? Y'all deal with it?
Yep. My girl got me on it.
Man, hey, I remember I made a cup of tea and I put a nice amount of it in the tea, right? Man, I felt it all in my pelvis, just getting this spice on. You know what I mean? I felt it all in my bladder, like it was real cool. I like the little feeling it gave me. Y'all
Zinzabre.
know what?
Spanish. In Spanish, ginger is called zinzabre, which is with a Z. So it always reminds me of like a zing. When
A
you eat, you
zing.
get a zing, a zest. There's a certain zest in ginger that you just can't, yeah, you can't compare. Also, licorice root. If you chew licorice root, that's also real good for your teeth and for
Mm-hmm.
your digestion. That's another good root to chew on.
Hey, that serves as a organic antioxidant. The ginger root, like it gets rid of all, like if you got any kind of bile or anything, building up on you too tough, it will
Oh yeah.
help. It will help your body balance out and get the bile out from within.
And also for fevers. So if you ever
Yeah.
get your child have fever, give them some sweet ginger tea with honey and some
Mm-hmm.
ginger. They'll bring down their fever. You can also, like, if your child can't take the ginger, it's too spicy, rub that liquid on their feet and inside the belly button, and
Mm.
that's gonna help. You can rub it on their chest. Apple cider vinegar. You put a splash of apple cider vinegar in there. Oh, they'll
Mm-hmm.
be sleeping like a baby all night long.
That's right. Hey, look at that. You just said something about the belly button. You put it in the belly button. Hey, like if I rub my belly button, I feel a real weird type of feeling. Do y'all feel that when y'all, so to speak, rub your belly button? It's like a real, it's like a sharp, smooth. It don't hurt at all, but it's like some type of. I can't explain the feeling. You know what I mean? But would y'all happen to identify with that? Like it's
Man,
a
I don't want
real.
to taking up all the mic, but I just want to say one thing about that because I just got my belly button checked. A lot of us don't realize that we have herniated belly buttons from birth. So
Mm.
when our mother pushed us out, some people have the innie and the outie, even if you
Uh-huh.
have an innie, because I have an innie, you could still have a hernia from birth, from like, so I didn't get one
Wow.
from my mom, but I got one from my son. He was so huge. I got two hernias, and
Hmm.
uh, just from carrying him. And so he was born with a hernia because he was like tired of being in there too. So it was like definitely it's the stress that they put on your body, the different types of things that they give the woman while she's going through labor. All that stuff is so poison, and it
Mm.
creates these pockets of like fluid and unnecessary acids and things like that. And they
Right.
create these hernias, create these like you can even get ulcers and stuff like that. So a lot of our belly buttons we don't realize have a bit of a hernia. It's a little bit of a hernia.
Wow.
And we don't
That-
even, because no, you're not going to go to the doctor about, oh, yeah, you got a hernia. There's no cure for that unless you can. Actually, I had laser therapy. I had laser surgery to get rid of one of my hernias. And I used these Chinese patches, and it shrunk. It shrunk the hernia. So there are ways naturally to get rid of hernias. And I've had the experience. So if anyone wants to hit me up about that, I can, help them get through that. But that's what it made me think of when you're like, I feel this sharp kind of real like a tender kind of a, because that's where you connected with your mother. So if your mother suffered and had like, all this trauma during the pregnancy or birth, labor and all that, the child might have this similar problems growing up.
Yep.
Because
Effect.
you feel me? It's like you guys are working together
Yep.
to get the baby out. Like the baby is also working hard, that poor baby. But
Mm.
the poor
I
mom.
feel,
I that's
I
it. But
feel you. So
yeah, because my son has
so it's
one.
like in our, huh? That's deep. Cause I remember seeing so many of my peers. They had their belly button look like a little dome. You know what I mean? Mine's I got an innie, but wow, you just piqued me to something I didn't never think about that. And my stepdad, he literally lost his life due to a hernia. The doctors kept cutting on him, and they wouldn't let him heal. You know, and where they didn't let him heal, they killed him. If you ask me, but it was all about a hernia. That's
Yeah,
deep.
these doctors, they don't know enough about, or they do, but they just don't want to. They don't want to help us out. There are
Yeah.
natural ways to get rid of hernias that are very effective, non-invasive ways. Um, but we're stuck in this Western, big brother world of pharmaceuticals that we're constantly. That's the only options we have. You know, insurance don't want to pay for all this
Mm-hmm.
other stuff. So I have the
But,
money, man. Again, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What did you say?
I think this has dealt with these type of symptoms or whatnot. Like I remember my sister even had a I'm still talking about the hernia thing. My sister even had one where it was so tough on her. She couldn't even go to work. Like she took all the every bit of a month off. You know, and it was due to the hernia. But it's like when she even went back to work, it's like she was dead on her feet dealing with this hernia. Hold on one sec. Let me answer this call. I got to. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I just want to say one last thing about that because these are hidden. I call them hidden because they don't tell you that in the beginning when you're pregnant. Well, at least they didn't tell me, and I had a midwife and a doula, but they didn't tell me that. Oh, you may get a hernia. you know, you may get a hernia if you push too hard, or you may get a hernia if you this or that or whatever. Because it's not just women. He's right. Like men that have gone through gone through heavy lifting or not lifting right, or they got weak cores or weak backs, you can easily get a hernia. My little cousin, when she was little, she was like 6 7 years old. She was a gymnast, like really really um a competitive gymnast. She was really really into it, but she ended up getting a hernia due to gymnastics. And because she just they just pushed her so hard, and she pushed herself, that she got a hernia. So you can get it doing most things, you know.
Okay,
Um.
I'm back.
Oh, anyway, I'm just clearing space. I was talking in space about hernias because it's the hidden.
That's crazy. Cause my
thing.
brother-in-law had a hernia, and he got it from the way that you lift. You get that just like you said, men. We
Yeah.
get it from lifting wrong. People don't know how to
Yep.
bend they when they lift and be bending their back and utilizing their back. And that shit to mess you up, man. You feel me? You got to do everything in proper perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Right.
they teach you how to lift. You know what I'm saying? A package when you're gonna be lifting packages all day. It's a proper way to do it so you don't get back pain. You got to keep yourself walking forward. That's why good posture. I mean, bad posture leads to hernias and things of that nature as well too. Walking around hunchback. I tell my one son who's saying right here, he be walking around and he like to play, he be joking to everybody. He always walking up to him. You know how you do, kicking it, and he having himself hunched over all the time. Like, man, lift yourself straight up. Everybody they joke at me because how I walk. I walk straight up with my chest out, like I walk straight up, like. and I'm a little dude, so they be like, you kind of look like you big. No, I just walk with straight up posture. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta stand straight up, man. Keep your head up, your shoulders out with your back straight up, man. You gotta walk straight up. That's how people know you straight up and down. And tell him, man, a dude walk up to you hunched over or something like that, man, something ain't right about this dude, man. He ain't straight up, boy. Something ain't right about his posture. That's how I be looking at people. Like, man, this motherfucker, you gotta watch this motherfucker. He might be one of my low vibrations. He gotta try to take me out. He walking like he got a gun or a brick in his pocket. The hell you slumped over for? What, you got a rocket launcher on you? Shit. Yeah, y'all going in, man. It's a thin line between healthy and sick in the mind and the body. Like, people be thinking about the body, man. The mind be sick. The mind is what's most sick than anything. Your mind healthy. Your mind got the power to connect with your brain and heal everything. It can do anything with your power. Your mind is the most powerful thing in the world. People say don't use your mind. Shit. No.
There was this, so I used to follow this woman. Her name was Hilga Clark. If anyone ever heard of a book called The Cure of All Diseases, that was one of her books she wrote, right? She was like from a different country, and she was constantly trying to find a better hair dye for women. So her hair was always purple and like different colors, but she was an older lady. But she was constantly trying to find a better product for women, and she was her own test, right? So anyway, this woman, it's going along the same lines of what you're saying right now about the brain being the disease. That's the host for all diseases. And this is what she used to talk about in her book, is that every disease, this was her, and this is why I believe she was murdered. Okay, she was one of those alternative medicine, doctors that was murdered, in my opinion. She said that the brain had all the parasites, and so even everything from like pain to inflammation to depression were all little parasites that lived in certain parts of your brain that connected to that function in your body. So she created this device. I don't remember what she called it, but it's a frequency device. And it actually, you could change the frequencies to different frequencies. She shows you in her book how to make this device. She shows you about the different frequencies. And every different frequency kills certain types of parasites. So say, for example, like if you're depressed, she would say, okay, well, that's at just pulling it out there, 2.4, hertz that you want to put on your machine. You literally hold these cables and you zap those parasites out of your brain in that frequency. And that's what she taught people how to do in her book. And I feel she was murdered because she had this advanced knowledge and she was sharing with people for free, I stumbled across that. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Therapy and punctuation, what they be doing the pins, because it's shocking the nerves. You pushing the button. Same thing when they do, they shock your life. When you going out of light, they trying to shock you back. They hitting you with an electric bolt. Why they hitting you with electric? Because your body needs electric to move. You feel me?
The current.
The frequency. And then give me some more. He didn't run. Rub it together, get the static going, hit him, clear, pump. They got to clear the frequency. They stirred up the energy, then clear it and release it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a zap. When you know that you're getting zapped, even the television can't come on unless it's zapped. You'll hear it. Come on. When you push the button, it push the button and make it zap. The tube come on, and it start from the middle. It start right from the middle of your TV, and it spreads out. You feel me?
And I bet you that frequency, Huey, I bet you the frequency that the TV is on is what kills certain maybe good bacteria in our brain or good,
and unlocks or it feeds The parasites.
Boom. Boom. Mic drop. It feeds the parasite. Exactly.
It feeds the parasites. That's what that frequency do. It cancels what you supposed to do and gives the distraction parasite, because the parasite is just trying to eat at the host, which is you. You feel what I'm saying? The parasite is trying to become you, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to empower the parasite. They pushing the frequency of the parasite out. Damn, that's crazy.
That's deep. That's deep because it's all connected there.
That's
All
crazy.
connected. Wow.
Damn, that's crazy. Shit. Everything is everything. God damn. Look how big that was. That's a cute trail. Man, what the fuck? Man, look, what is that? Man, what the fuck? Man, I gotta go show. This shit gonna go out. I gotta show this shit. They gotta see this. What the fuck? Man, you should see this goddamn chemtrail, man. What is this? This had to be a spaceship just forever. Like, this ain't no regular shit. Look at this shit, man. Hold on. God damn it. Hold on. If I go outside, I think the damn teeth, this shit gonna cut off. No, it might not. Look at that. I gotta go outside.
A Kemet trail? A Kemet trail?
Yeah, trail. What the fuck is this, man? It's the mothership that flew over, man. Hold on. I gotta see this shit here. This is crazy. I'm just looking out the window. I was like, what the fuck? Look at.
It's a Kemet trail.
You can see that?
No, your camera went out.
It went out?
Yeah.
Camera went out.
Yeah, we see your fist.
Oh.
The power people fist. Power to the people.
Oh, they take my camera out. Oh.
There we go. Whoa. They're blanketing you over there. You cold? Is it cold?
Look at that.
What the heck?
What is that, man?
Damn.
I remember clouds used to have shape and form.
That's the thin line between the thick line between.
Okay, absolutely. I remember clouds. I remember days like that. Clouds used to be puffy.
What is that, man?
Spot.
What is that, man? What the fuck is that, man? Am I tripping or not? What the fuck is that? You tell me, what is that? Is this a cloud? What am I supposed to think this is? If anyone around me thinking this is a goddamn cloud,
I don't know what that is. I don't know. I still don't know. I don't know.
If anyone is around me right now and you see this, what, and you think these are clouds? Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. What is this, man?
Sky art.
Some of them are clouds, but what else is there? I don't know.
What is that though? What is those lines like that? What is that swivel? It's spinning. Look at that. Look at that twirling. That motherfucker twirling. Look at this. Look at that trail. This bitch is connected. Look at this shit.
See your finger, Huey. Let me see your thumb.
Look at this shit, man. What is that? You can't tell me that's no cloud. Those two big patches that's aligned right there are clouds, man. No way in fucking hell you finna tell me these are clouds.
They wanted to show you.
No fucking way that's a cloud. That big ass line right there is a cloud, man. No fucking way. Look at that, man. That is ridiculous. What is this? Man, I cannot be seeing my real eyes. Look at this shit, man. What? Look. Well, look. Hey, man. What is it? It's moving. What is that, man? Look at it. It's moving. What is it? You're telling me those are clouds. What kind of trail is this? Look at that. It's a portal. Look at this shit, man.
Portal. Hurry. Jump.
Look how it's moving. Look at this shit, man.
That's math. So that has some weight to it. It's not clouds, it's weight. There's weight up in there. You know? That's why it's moving.
The motherfucker look like a body, man. It look like the binary code. Remember, I was just showing you about the lines, how we do like this with the design. Where I was showing you. Look. Look like a rib. Look at the body. Huh? Oh, what the fuck is that? What is the light lines? What is the light lines? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
What are these lines? What is this shit here? What is this line right here? What is this line going across this line right here? I don't know what the fuck this shit. Oh my damn thing. What is this line right here going right here? Y'all can see my mouse? What is this line right there? This one right behind my head. What is this? What is all that cloud right there? Look at this.
The thin line. Renew your topic and they started drawing all the buttons. Look at that. Wow.
And that shit look crazy as fuck. Am I tripping? Do y'all see shit like that? Hey, look at that, man. What is this cloud, man? What the fuck is that, man? Y'all telling me that's a cloud? That big line, this one is that's a cloud? You're telling me? Fucking shit. It's crazy. Hell no. God damn, man. What the fuck going on?
Wow. I really don't know what to say because I confused. Chemtrails confuse me. I don't.
Y'all see right there in the distance, right? You see the little gate, right? It's a portal. You can see the rainbow. You see the rainbow right there.
It looks like a pair of legs.
Yes, it looks like a pair of legs or something. What I tell you, man? Look, man.
That's what I'm saying. They're listening to you. They're going, hey, we're gonna put this gap above him so he can see and
Look,
get.
clouds are moving one way. That shit is moving another way. Look at these clouds. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. Look at the cloud behind there. Look at you see the big puffy one. Now look at this shit behind there. Look how that bitch coming out. It's a power to the people fist. Look, man. And I like, what the fuck going on in the sky? Huh? Why I see so much shit up there? I don't even want to tell you what I really see. Fucking shit is going down. You hear me? Oh, they say, what the fuck, huh? Let me see what you guys say. My computer get hot as fuck. What you think, man? AKA warm or else like. Yeah, it's a spider web above our head. Back, spider webs. She said, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I mean, the mind say, I don't know what you're supposed to think it is. It's definitely not normal. Boy, I be saying some shit, boy. What the fuck, man? What is that? That's something traveling upon that, man. That motherfucker spinning and everything. Shit look like DNA.
It's the mothership, Huey.
That's the mothership. Boy, that's the mothership. That's us up there. We're floating. The pyramid all around. That's every one of us connected. They're like, boy, something is going around, bro. We need to get the fuck down. They don't know. They heard. I tell you, man. We're bringing the heavens down. I just said we're going to bring the heavens to the ground. You hear me? Your mind is powerful. What we just said. Our soul is so connected, right? Right now. Able to literally, just like we said, bro, we can think some shit. I think if we just imagine if we got on the live stream, right? Everybody got on the live stream and just didn't say nothing, just thought. What do you think we'd think about? Everyone just be thinking, but I'll just come out in the sun one day, just say, fuck it. Everyone go live, or Huey's live, we're all going on, or everyone go live, or whatever time it is, we just gonna go outside at this time and think. No noise. Turn your radios off, turn frequency off, and let's just go on a linguistic fast for the next 2-3 days. Not want to be on no shit. Don't use no electricity unless your bambinos need it. Get them off of TV. You don't speak. You need to write down the word. Use sign language. I'm not gonna think about a way we're gonna think our shit out of this shit. And we just think everything. Everything that you're walking around, just start thinking and making it happen for you. You don't have to say a fucking word. You're walking someplace and people will give you a bird. You're walking somewhere that give you a car and make you go drive around. Y'all go walking thinking they're gonna need some herb, motherfuckers gonna walk up and pull some herb. You think and manifest. What we do collectively. That's a task to do. We do it for maybe a day. We're gonna start think about a time. I'm gonna listen to the word. You think that's something we could do together? Because my dude told me to start. He be watching my back chats. He don't never come in. He told me that I had way more people that was following me anyway. And he was like, bro, you need to get them to start. I said this on one of my other chats. He said we need to start putting something that we're gonna do collectively every day. Every time I do a live stream, at the end of the live stream, we're gonna say something that we all gonna agree to do for the next whatever 2-3 days or whatever. When we do it, we ever display it. You know what I'm
Intention.
saying? Come
Like an
out and
intention, right? Like an intention ceremony, like a vision, a quest.
yes,
Can I tell you? Can I say something? Because I know about this group of people. I mean, you know, it, I, I'm just be vague about it. But what they did was a miraculous. They did that exactly. They all got together, but they were physically with each other. But there were other people out in different countries that had the same intention, but they were trying to just like it's like it connects with the Mayan New Year, right? If anyone knows about the Mayan New Year, it connects with that. But anyway, they all meditated at the same time. It was like this mass meditation, and all of a sudden, all these rainbows started appearing outside, and like this was then they filmed this. You know, it was like this big thing because that's exactly what they did. Is they had this intention, like a ceremony, just an intention, and then all these rainbows started to appear, and it wasn't raining or anything. So it can be done. It is being done. It's just like you said, we need to have the collective. But see, because I don't like that word, but we just have to have that like. Excuse me, dog.
yes, it don't take much though. All we need is the ones who agree to say to do it. You
Right.
feel me? Once the ones we don't matter if we get 2 or 3 of us to do it, we can move mountains. It don't matter how many of us do it. Once we agree upon it, we do it. It's a wrap. If we can get everybody who be in on the powerful on
Right?
the if we can just get everybody on the panel to do it, and then everybody on the chat agree, shit, we working with something. If we can get the people who in the same area to get closest they can to each other, it'll make it that much powerful. You feel me? If we can get 2 people in the same cities together, it's gonna make it that much powerful. You feel what I'm saying? Because the connection just gonna emit like that. That's what time gonna commit, and that's what we're gonna put into it. And we all ain't gonna be no belief about it. It's gonna this is what we know is going down. And once we put that energy into it, it's a wrap. I just know that for a fact.
The antenna.
What we trying to do. We can just we can have a tryout. We can do a tryout, something light, But I'd be like, why think of something so light when we just got so much power and so much insight? Let's think far as we can think on our insight to change our futures now. Let's change now.
If we could do like a test, Huey, like a little simple test.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To
how what we can accomplish.
Where we're at, right?
Right.
Cool experiment. I'm down.
Yeah. And this is what we're gonna definitely need. What we got right here, the feminine and the masculine. That's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need the women and the guys to agree upon it, and we just do it. Once we make it happen, it's all something. I don't even know what it is to do. You know, it's just in the air. Like I hope somebody else could give them a suggestion. You feel me? I'm just like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to it's thought. Remember we were talking about how thought is faster than light?
Yes.
Because that's all we need to do is have that thought, that intention, and then it'll just exist. Right? Yeah. Just like we manifest stuff. Our thoughts were powerful, but we're on the same line. We're on the same line. That then, you know, then we'll be able to, man. Like that. That's all you need is that thought. It happens.
We're already on the same way. All we need to do is just get on that. That's it. The same line, please. time page and just be like, okay, we on the same page, the same words at the same time. That's how we need to do. Get down the line. Be like, okay, at this time we starting on this verse. That's why they had. This is what they had the script for, because they give everybody. And then on certain, damn, they working, boy. We got some work to do. I'm thinking fast too, because this is how they do it when the so-called powers to be or the Masonic lodge, the priests come from out the lodges, and they that's why they around they send their priests around the neighborhoods where they lodges is at. All right, so now they preaching they message to their communities. This will get everybody attached to it without knowing that they're attached to being attached to the Masonic lodge type shit. All right. So if they got the priest saying shit today, everybody gonna be talking about John, you know what I'm saying, or whatever goddamn Bible verse they want to go off. Malachi 3:17, whatever they want to go in, you know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy, everybody on the Deuteronomy. That's how they got the Hebrew Israelite section. They got these people. They got one group of people preaching one sermon. They got the Christians over here preaching this sermon. They got the Muslims preaching this sermon, right? And they all in tied in cahoots to make them be obedient and run around and be goddamn dead fruits. They don't want them to be productive fruits, only to produce the things that they want them to do. You know what I'm saying? How they got us stuck on one type of fruit and one type of thing to eat, when everything is supposed to have, each being got their own fruit for them, because you your own fruit tree. So when we start getting if we can just think about the time and the place that we're gonna do it, or how long we're gonna go on the fast, and that our minds is gonna run through that shit, we're gonna make it happen, just like you said. Just when we just agree for this time, the time is what we're doing it. And we got to think, do you think we should do it on like a full moon or something? Do you think that astrology got something to do with it? Or we could just do it on our own time because we're on our own time?
Well, I mean, we could experiment, like try it when the moon's, growing, or try, or you know what I mean? Or when it's getting, or when it's going more dark, or on a full moon or a new moon. I know that like when you do ceremonies and stuff, new moon, full moon, that's always it. And the progressive moons, light and dark, just when they're moving or still. I know that those are good times to do any kind of ceremony. It probably does connect. But let me add this real quick, because remember when I was talking about Obeah, when I was, someone said claustrophobia and all these phobias that they're trying to create, right? Well, and I was like, Obeah is something spiritual. It's something like a it's a spiritual something. I know, because I heard, and I used to have deep discussions back in the past, and it rang a bell. So finally I got a chance to look it up. And I know people know what this is, but it's a healing practice. Okay, it's a system of spiritual and healing practices developed among enslaved West Africans in the West Indies. Now, this is just what Wikipedia says, okay? One more, and then what I want to say is that it's difficult to define, and it's not a single unified set of practices. So the word was not often used to describe the practices, okay? So to put that into perspective of when they're trying to feed us these diseases, they're mixing in these terms that actually mean spirituality, and what is coming from the West Indies, some of the Aborigines, like from Jamaica, like it said Jamaica, Afro-Cuban, Maroons, Santeria, Hoodoo, all this stuff. It's all connected with Obeah. And so what, I don't know. When I heard the word, it finally triggered me to say, "Whoa, they're really getting us here with these diseases, these diseases." they're turning spirituality against us. And most of the time, our own spirituality that we don't even realize, right? So I just, man, that really triggered something in me because I used to have go deep discussion with people about Obeya, and I know it's a very sensitive thing. It's not something that you just speak about, and I shouldn't even be saying the word so much. That's what I was taught, right? So I don't know. It's interesting how it's been, uh, you know, uh, just how it's been filtered through, uh, into our English language. That was my point. And I say English, but I mean American. Who's that at the grocery store? Who's that at the grocery store? Yes.
Rachel over there getting some of that good food. What you finna cook? I'm hungry.
Well, I'm fixing to get some herbs, some herbs that I need to keep in my system.
Yeah. I love that herb wall. Are you at a bulk place where you can just get bulk herbs? That's the best. I love herbs. So I was on a good little tangent there. So
No, you good. You good. Now them same trails now they done came in closer. Like right, they look like wings. They look just like these wings that Cook got.
That's where I'm at.
Them motherfuckers look just like wings, the wings that's on Cook's avatar. Shout out to Cook. What's up, illustrious Cook? Hey, bro, I don't know why every time I sing you a link, bro, it just won't come through, bro. I don't know why they don't want you on my chat or something.
that's a nice store.
Earth Oars, you seen the name? Oh,
You went out, Empress. You low.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Yeah, that store she's at looks really nice. A lot of variety. I like those stores. They can be pricey, but you find some gems in there. I would go to the sale and sample section. Go get yourself some samples, sis.
okay.
Right?
I'm
I
gonna
went.
get me a sample of I'm in the little bulk section. I'm gonna get me some bee pollen,
Yeah. Yes.
and I gotta re up on my chicory root, of course.
Mm-hmm. Chicory root is so good.
Elderberry, dillweed, cloves, coriander seed, cumin, demnemia. However way you say that. Dandelion root.
Damiana. Yeah, Damiana. It's good for sleep. Good for yeah, mostly sleep relaxation. Yes, I love that stuff. Damiana.
I gotta get some more stinging nettle. Mix milk thistle, licorice root powder, jasmine. I need to find the real jasmine.
I like wild jasmine.
I love that jasmine tea is wonderful.
So
Real jasmine tea.
good for women, but it's so good for men too. I just jasmine tea like runs through grapes or something. I don't know. But
I
it's
just
so
love it, period. Absolute.
it smells grateful when I'm drinking jasmine. Head flower tea.
Some more rose hips,
Yes, rose.
rosemary leaf,
Rosemary. Ooh, favorite. But I like rosemary water, where you just put
rosemary water.
yes.
Huh.
A jug of water. I use distilled water, a little bit of salt, and I just put fresh rosemary in there.
I gotta get that for me. I gotta get that for me and me doggies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rosemary is good for the mood and the mind. It'll make your mind sharp, right?
Yeah.
Exciting. I like talking about herbs.
Absolute. Absolute.
Where's that vegan? Where's the Let's Just Cook? Where are all these?
I'm getting me some cinnamon. I'm getting some anise, cinnamon, Sazandra berry, things like that.
You know what else I like is I get a lot of Puda Arco. I mix that in
They
with
got
my
they got that Paul D. Arco stuff.
yeah. That stuff kills bacteria, kills fungus, kills yeast, candida,
I gotta get some more burdock root.
burdock root, good for iron, yellow dock root, good for iron, good for pregnancy.
Yellow dot.
Oh
They
yeah.
got cardamom pod.
Empress, you low.
Pods are like probably one of my favorite herbs is cardamom. It's so good. Oh man. That's like a vanilla's dream come true. Like a vanilla bean and a cardamom pod together. That's like heaven.
They got the cardamom pods. Yep.
Those are so good. I stock up on those. I'm stocked like always. I want to grow my own cardamom tree.
Okay. I'll fucking try. See what happens. Absolute.
There's a moringa tree here. Yes, like this weather. It wants to
I gotta grow some nutmeg.
be. Have you ever seen cinnamon grow out the ground?
Empress, you low. You low again.
You know?
Yeah,
You
you
know what?
low.
Huey, can you call me back? I'm gonna so
Yeah,
I can talk again.
yeah, I can send you the link. I'll send it to you right now. Hey, Cook, when I send you the link, if you on your phone, bro, when it goes straight to the Hangout, you gotta click on the down drop, the little 3 buttons, and go to desktop, and it'll open it up so you can get in through that way. For future references, y'all, that's how you get on through the Hangouts. I send it to you, Empress. Hey, Cook, is your thing Reginald L. Cook or just Reginald Cook? That email. My bad, man. I ain't mean to put your shit out there like that, but you be putting it in the back. My bad, bro. But I don't know. I just be put Reginald Cook, bro. Yeah, everybody else get the link easy. Go ahead. I think you should be good now.
All right, how's that? Yeah,
Yeah, you good.
this volume of my device is tricky. I'm speaking into it like I'm a mic, like I have a microphone. I have to plug in my microphone. When we speaking speaking of microphone, Huey, when are we gonna do? When are we gonna make some music again? Remember back in the day when you guys all did something and I never did my piece. You remember that?
Yeah, I need to send you something. I was just telling say Jack, I was gonna send him something. Maybe we can collab on something. Get offline one day or something, or get on the Discord, pick a
Well,
track,
check
come up
it out. Like, I have an idea, Huey.
all right.
Because I've been making beats, and what if I send you all a beat and y'all just drop a verse on it, and then y'all send it back to me, like you drop, you know?
Yeah. Whenever you send us a beat, I'll drop something on it. Send us a beat with a hook or something on it, with you singing the hook or something. And we can you through a bridge or a verse or something on it, and just leave that thing open. I'm on it all day, anytime.
Yeah, that's it. That'll be my next project because I've been working on my album. But it's nice to step out a little bit and maybe even put it on the album, But
and I know it's probably gonna be something super, super dope. It's gonna be some worldly music. So definitely, maybe I can do some chanting on it or something. Just try to, we'll work something out. Definitely, anytime.
yeah.
Hell yeah, sooner than later.
What's that?
I said sooner than later. My cooking the back said your avatar will sell albums alone.
Wait, what'd you say? I missed half of that.
Cook said your avatar would sell albums alone. I agree.
Right. True. Fact. And that's where I'm finding my niche, is because I can make beats with the hook, like no problem. I can make rhythms with the hook. Like it's just finding those people to feature on your song, that has some kind of clout. But not even clout, just have that presence. Because who cares about clout when you've got the magic? It doesn't even matter. Like that's what I like about you, Huey, because and your music is that because you just don't give you don't give a F about what people think. And so you just put everything out there and it's very powerful, even though as we know you, we know that you're not working in some big studio with all these major, label and videographers and all this stuff. It's like you're doing that shit homegrown. But that is kind of, resonate. We resonate with that. I resonate with that. And it motivates me. I like homegrown. To be doing more because the music is where people are really going to listen. These talks and bills that we have, it's good for some who like to listen to people talk. But I love music. Like music is definitely where I could be reached in my depths. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I can't lose that focus. All the people that are musicians, artists, writers, keep those things going. We're still moving forward, and we need you. We need you. We need me. I need
gratitude. Same thing, bro. Since I need you too. This is the world need us though. The world needs. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't willing to do anything for it. But that's why they want us to control. They want to control us, but we're uncontrollable. But now we got this avenue and these social media sites to connect with each other, and we just got to take advantage of it. It's gonna be somebody out there that's on our level that's gonna want to put up into us to make it a broad watch. We gonna make it happen. When we gonna just make it happen, like we gonna manifest it like we always do, or just make money worthless where they gonna eat this food, because this is food for thought, man. We get food for thought through a harmonic tone, and that's the most things that we need to do because we can heal everybody's bones. That's why we use microphones. Just think why they use a microphone. To talk to all the micros.
I'm reading the chat right now and seeing.
Oh, Cook shooting his shot. Hey, Cook, don't come on here trying to flatter all the women, bro.
Unless you're gonna be flattering the men too, eh? No, man, we you know, this is a whole different dimension of
Yeah.
relationship, really. Like, yeah, man. I get inspired every day. Like last night when I went out, oh man, and I don't go out. You guys don't understand. Like, I'm a mom. Like, people don't want to hang out with moms. Like, that's mean. That's whack. That's not true. We cool. Moms are cool. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of stress and pressure and all that. Daddy too. But when I went out and I saw that needle catch fire, that was like movie. Like I was in a movie, you know? And but we're on our own. This is our stage. It's like how much fire can you bring to the stage? You know, that's kind of what it made me think. A huge metaphor when that happened. I was like, whoa, this is a metaphor for life right here.
This is almond. This is almond flour, and it's 160 calories for a quarter cup. I think. Yeah, quarter cup. I think it's 12.89 a pound. Kind of hard to. I don't know because it says $1.6 $6. That can't be right. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Like you could get like if you wanted to bake a cake and you knew how much you need, you could come and get just that. Yeah. It's not as fun. No. Well, they may have. What's that one right now? This one. Yeah. Organic high gluten. They may have the bag.
This thing here, Rochelle.
What up?
Oh no, your mic was just unmuted, so we were listening to your weighing out your herbs up there.
Well, oh jeez.
I know, Cook. I was just fucking with you, bro. You know you got that ATL shit on you, bro. You know you got that ATL swag on you, bro. I fuck with you the strong way, bro. My bad. I'm fucking with Cook in the chat. You got to interact to the chat. Peace to everybody in the chat, man. Sir Drop, my boy J Ma, illustrious Cook. You already knew, man. Native in June. All great spirits, man. All great people, man. Period. You know what I'm saying? Great souls, as the boy Zoe would say. You know what I'm saying? The great God Zoe. Yeah, man. I'm finna drop my boy off when I'm here. I'm finna come back in on this other on my phone. I'll be back.
So what's the topic now? Who's left on the panel? I feel like I'm by myself. It's just me and Rochelle.
Yeah, y'all holding it down. It's the women's side. It's a thin line. Look, the guy who was Steve? I think Steve.
Wait, where's Nikki at? She bounced.
Yeah, Nikki Bingo. Yeah, Nikki Bingo.
I could play one of my songs for you. Nah, just kidding. Psych. You gotta wait for the album.
You gotta wait on the album.
You gotta wait for the album.
Damn, I can't wait, man. You playing? I know you playing.
What?
I know you playing with the acoustic.
Oh man, I got a whole new direction, a whole fresh, it's a fresh vibe.
Oh man, you gonna have to sneak me some in the Discord or something. I get a sneak peek or something.
Hey, Letty, I got a thought for you. The thought would be dream site. That's the thought for you.
Wait, you talking to me too?
Letty.
No,
The thought
this isn't Letty. This isn't Letty. This is Empress.
Empress.
Empress. It's okay. It's okay.
But look, listen, babe.
I'm
You gotta
listening.
listen to this now.
I'm
I have to go back to my archive, but like I said, the thought would be dream site.
yes. Dream site or woke site? Because, right?
Dream site, babe.
Dream realm. Are you asleep when you dream? Do you sleep when you dream? Or are you awake in your dream? Because a lot of people, they think without thought. They think without thinking about what they're thinking. That it's that ignorant thought rather than actually being awake in that thought, being present in dream realm of thought. The dreams. If you said dream space, dream. It could be the ether too, which is dense. It's dense with thought. Yeah, I'm. That's just crazy because they try to call your brain gray matter, right? Why would they call it that? I don't know. I now my mind's going. Because what colors do you see in your dream? Do you see colors in your dream? Is it gray?
Of course.
That's deep, too.
I've had a couple of dreams to where it would be in the middle of the ocean. It would be an ocean, or whatever you want to call it.
Ocean.
Dream, something to
It's the
do with the ocean.
ocean. Yes. Ocean has been coming up a lot in my last few days, and you just said it again. Ocean is the Oshun. Those are very powerful spiritual dreams. I used to dream about whales in the ocean, like having interaction with these whales and stuff. And these ocean dreams are real, like this stuff like that. I mean, good stuff, like you're making it happen, bloom, and new. The water is what color was the ocean when you were dreaming?
With the
I was
ocean,
in a boat,
Hmm?
and the boat was just housing a couple of people and everything.
People
It
you
was just
knew?
weird. That's all.
Was it people you knew or people you didn't know?
People I didn't know.
Interesting. How many people?
Like maybe a handful, two
Okay.
handful.
Because those people could be different you, different, dimensions of you coming and meeting on this boat. Random people, random times, and you don't know how many dimensions you have traveled. Like, could we ever really know that knowledge? How far we travel, how many dimensions we've traveled through, how many lives we've had, how many, you know what I mean?
Oh,
What else happened in your dream?
I would think. I would think infinite. How many billions upon billions? How many people on the earth? Each person. People was earth was a cell within itself. I mean, was a universe within itself. So each person is a universe. Point each tree is the same. Each
You breaking up real bad, Huey. Huey, you
am I
breaking
breaking
up
up?
real bad. Real bad. I can't hear you. Repeat that. Repeat what you just said.
It might be the. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm moving, so it might be the signal.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. All right. I was saying, just think each person is a world or a universe within itself. So it's a billion, 5-something billion from on the earth. So that's how many people you done been in the earth. And then each tree was one of the things that you done been to, so you done been one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like each one tree. So like you done been so many lives, you've been an infinite of possibilities. How many lives have you had? Man, an infinite possibilities. You know, it's infinite because you got to know that you was the start and the end of all of it. So that means everything that came before or after you was you. Because you was you before you. You was you after you. You feel what I'm saying? Everything before and after you is where you been or where you going. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you looking forward is where you going. Behind you is back behind you. And where you was at in this empty space now. And that is what your body is now. Your beginning and end is the front of your face to the back of your back. You know what I'm saying? And you in between all of that. You are everything in between the skin layer. So you'd have been all those cells in your body, which is 5-something billion. Period. That's how many times you've been there. Infinite.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with you too, Huey. Why you
So what?
I said I got a bone to pick with you. Why you let them niggas get out of control like that? I don't even think they know how
I
cool
couldn't stop
Dojo is.
it. I couldn't stop it.
You
Because
could.
nobody
I
want to
came
listen.
back.
Don't
Oh, I'm like, man, this
try
is
to cut
insane.
everybody off. They wouldn't listen.
He was
Nobody
like,
will
man, I'm
stop.
about
I
to
couldn't
end the
do
chat.
it.
He like, I gotta end it, y'all. I gotta end it.
I mute. Yep, I should have just ended it, man. I should have really ended it. And I kept the show going.
No, I'm gonna get
I
them back
fucked it up.
together. They class and shit.
No,
You
but
know,
you know
Dojo
what
don't
though?
come around, so
Because
they
you kept it going though, Hugh. Because I was like, man, Hugh should have cut that shit off. Because we were on some shit, and that was like some personal shit that could have been dealt with else other time. Like so, but then I thought about it and said, you know what though? We don't even need to show receipts. That shit exposed them. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to. We just leave it there. Just leave it there because it'll do its own work. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lesson really for all of us. And I'm glad we can come back from that and not because I was confused half the time. And I'm like, why is that bringing this here? But then I'm like, you know what? There's a reason for this. And those are the hard lessons of the HOTC, you
I
know?
felt like a
So,
friend. You know how you bring your friend around somebody, your other friend, but they don't really know each other and they get to
get 'em
beefing and
all.
you in the
Yeah.
middle of it. I ain't say nothing. I'm just listening to them like this is ridiculous. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
holler at
you know
them,
what?
man, because you know
I
that.
just, it had to happen and it happened and I was just, you know, when you go through it and you have a completely different feeling and thought when you come out of it the next day when you sleep on it.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I'm glad I didn't sleep with that fool, or I'm glad I didn't let him hit because
Yeah,
at first you're like,
Red
oh,
knew that. I don't
right,
think Red knew. I don't think Red knew that Dojo was in a HOTC. I think he thought he was somebody coming in trying to troll or something. He ain't really
yeah,
put it together.
right. See, that's what I mean. It's like that's stuff for other days. Like we were on some other shit. We didn't have to bring that up. Like, who cares if he's not in HOTC? Welcome to those who aren't.
But he a pioneer. But Dojo a pioneer. That's the funny thing. Like he day one HOTC.
We
You
shouldn't be
understand?
talking about it's just say
I
why
didn't always identify with the HOTC.
Huh?
what?
Ain't none of that. I was HOTC before I knew it.
No, but you know what though? Because it's
That's the true consciousness. All of
it's,
us.
But you
it's
wasn't here to Dojo,
Peace.
man. That was your first
Peace,
time kind
bro.
of building with Dojo. You kind of ain't
Oh
know.
man.
but
Oh
it's
man.
okay. You had to go through that. You had to go through that, and now how are we gonna move forward from it? Is it gonna let it
You
break?
hear me?
Because if it come back, how are we gonna deal with
Yeah.
it? You know what I'm saying?
That
Individually.
damn you hear me
I,
the code the song. I might take that shit. You hear me?
yep.
That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
No, I wasn't a bad thing because they grown. Them motherfuckers got thick skin.
No, what I'm saying is a little bit therapy might be good for some people. You know what I'm saying? Like I I welcome it. I love getting therapy. Like therapy
Yeah,
is
that's
me, you know?
that's
Like
where I don't know why he try to jump on me, hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't said nothing to the dude. You hear
I
me?
He thought you was piggybacking red like y'all was trying to
Nah.
jump him and shit.
Yeah, I ain't saying that. I ain't knowing what Red doing. I do what I do. You know what
Right.
I mean? And just because I'm a live wire, don't try to you know,
But
jump off, pop off like that, man. We ain't here for that.
there was a
that's the
pigeonhole.
first time I heard that dude argue ever, man.
Yeah, with itself, huh? He sure wasn't arguing with me.
There was a pigeonhole.
The
There was a
funny part
hole.
is he was giving Red some props before Red got on there. Like if you listen to that shit like 45 minutes earlier, he giving mad props to Red. And Red just got on there like ain't even know he was giving him props.
Mm.
So he like, man, well fuck Red, man, fuck it. God damn it, I thought dude was cool like that.
I
Yeah,
used to I used to listen to live streams of them talking together on the panel by themselves. Like you would Red would be streaming live and then Doja would come up and they would just be giving each other props, talking about each other's sources, this and that. Like it was a live stream and there wasn't a lot of people that would watch that shit, but I was there to support them. To be like, great, I like to see these guys building and doing it on a positive note about information, blah blah. But then that's why it shocked me because I know them from that. That's how I met Red was when Dojo and him started going on these live streams together. But then they stopped. I don't know what happened. And now
But
they
don't
act like they don't know each other. I'm going, what? Okay, maybe
hey
they don't.
hey, don't let them numbers fool you. If you notice that last stream, right? It probably said
Right,
the
true.
maximum 15
Yeah.
people watching, right? But then you
right.
look at the views and that shit say 200. They don't be telling us who watching that shit for real. Our channel too small. It ain't
Mm.
even in them algorithms. But you'll go back and look at the views. We'll be like, I got 100 views. It only said 4 people watch. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And I've been putting the
Yeah, that's
math together
weird.
on that.
And you know what? Just to give it, because I tried right after that live stream we had yesterday, I was kind of upset. But then somebody I really like, this woman, she shout out to Fem Magic. Okay, so shout out to Fem Magic, my op patroller. Anyway, she's dope, right? She started going live for the first time on YouTube, and so I'm asking her questions in the comments, right, in the chat, and she sees that I'm trying to write a question. Like I keep having this other question that's posting up, but my chats were being removed as they were like I trolled that chat with questions and nothing came up. She
Wow.
so
I
what
witnessed
I'm
that
saying, they
happen to
could
me
have a
before.
block. They could have a block on individual people from chatting and putting certain like it goes through a filter. So if they don't want you to connect with that person who's going live, your message won't go through. And definitely if you don't have a wrench. So if you don't give your people a wrench, you won't see their messages. Most likely, more than likely, even if you put live chat, you choose that option. All my shit was gone. I had to email her my questions. She's all, this is weird, and it was happening real time. And I'll even share with you that stream. You can see me in the chat. And it shows my questions. And so it's weird. It's really, but she can't see them. So just to kind of like give everyone a heads up, they're definitely filtering every little ounce of this. And every time we speak on here, they're definitely listening, you know. So when I speak, I talk to them. I'm like, a lot of the times, like, okay, well, what I can share with them so that they know, hey, we're not just doing this for you, we're doing it for ourselves and for everyone else who's listening. All 200 of you. No, I'm just saying. Hey, wait, hold up. Y'all there? What's happening? Nobody's saying anything.
My bad. I
Did I
had got a
break the
phone
mic?
call. Nah, I got a phone call. My bad.
I'm
Yeah.
still dealing with all the dried herbs. So what I have is I have anise, I have cardamom, I have Santaberry, of course, I have comfrey, I have burdock again, and I have stinging nettle.
Here we go. Here we go.
And I have bee pollen.
Hey y'all, let's do what's the thin line again. Let's get back on the topic, right?
Come
Okay,
on.
what's the thin line between rich and poor? How thin is the line between rich and poor?
There ain't no line. I'm rich, man. I'm rich. Very well. I got my coconut oil. I'm rich.
Is rich a perception?
Absolute.
Do money make you rich?
Hell no.
Rich is the density of that chocolate I had last night. It was rich.
I dropped off, Empress. I was so interested in what you were saying though about the where you would put your time disappear. I can't front because it didn't happen to me. I said, what the hell?
Yes.
It wouldn't even let me speak.
Yes. And I think my view on it is that we are on certain people are limited to certain chat. Like either it's individually or they are filtering every single comment that goes through that chat if you're not wrong. So either way, it's kind of crazy. You're either on a list or there's certain things you can't say or ask. Like I was asking a question and she was there to answer questions. She's like, okay, you guys have your questions in the chat. And I'm like, are you not seeing my questions? She's like, I'm not seeing your questions. And I'm like, oh my God. But that would go through. That where I would say, are you not seeing my questions? That one went through. Like they were fucking with me big time. Oh, it was crazy. I'm gonna send you this so you can see the confusion. It was a very short video because she was getting frustrated. Yeah, it definitely. You can't even ask for advice. Like it was a very deep question too about my health that I had for her, and they wouldn't want to send it through. And I still haven't gotten an answer back for my question. But I mean, was that happening to you real time, Mind's Eye? When you were on a live, like you were watching a live and then your chats were just, they wouldn't go through?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, it do me like that all the time. I'll be like, shit, they blocking. They don't want me to speak on certain things. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't want us because they say, yeah, you done with the day. We ain't got no more power for you. You got all the power. We can't do nothing for you no more. I said, well, good.
Yeah. Don't get frustrated.
I
How
said,
okay.
well, good. Leave it up to me. I'll replenish the hood. I said, leave it up to me. I'll change all my hoods, all the hoods. You know what I'm saying? Not all the hoods. I mean, all the hoods. All the hoods. Like, all. I mean, like, all. You know, like.
I'll help.
Yeah, it's a fine time to talk about the fine line. The mind's line between and around. What kind of line is the divine to the divine? Is there a line? A direct line to the divine? Is there a direct line to the divine? That's my question. Have you tapped into it? Have you answered the call from the all? Say your spiritual wall, but you hit a wall when the ball hits, fall, and then you crawl right on the line.
My bad. You got low. You real low, Empress. My bad.
I'm sorry.
I was in the store. They was all loud. My bad. Traveling
I
around.
was just talking to myself anyway. I was just looking at the dead air.
Oh yeah, good space sometime. We was meditating. You know, we manifesting it early. We said we'll sit here and think sometime. There's nothing wrong with dead air. See, that's what's wrong. I look at YouTube too. They don't, everyone, when you go live, there's no silent points. They don't let the air breathe or let the background kick in or let the just the ether. They don't let nothing sink in either. We don't never let it sink in long enough. We keep hitting point after point after point after point after point after point. That motherfucker, damn, let it sit for simmer in. You know, you know before you finish cooking that meal, you gotta let that stuff sit.
Marinate. Gotta marinate. Marinate.
Marinate.
You gotta let it sit afterwards and rest. You gotta let it rest. Okay. I think I'm gonna get some music works, and it's always so nice to be on the panel. Thank you for calling me Moon and everyone on the panel. Thank you. I'm going to talk to you later. I'll probably still listen in for a little bit, so I'll be here in the chat. You're not in here. You know how to get in touch with me. Man, these birds be flipping their wings at me like they think I'm a bird. Wow, this bird. Yeah, anyway, I got some air vibes. I'm an
Just
air
think, a bird, right?
Yeah, bird. This bird's been doing this. Like it comes in my yard and it raises its wings, but just like it's dancing almost, like it raises it up like what's up? Like it's telling me what's up. I'm like, what? And then it bounces. Like it does it for 3 times and then it's out. I'm like, what is that? So anyway,
Who
that happened.
waving at you?
claim his territory. Anyway,
Yep.
thank you so much, Huey. But I gotta go attend to these kids too.
Yep.
So I'll talk to you later, my guy.
Always love you.
Wow. Oh, my God, about.
Always a pleasure. Shout out to my Empress Lou. Hit me up on the Discord so we can get together and do some music.
Cute. Yes.
And we're gonna present some of this dope music to y'all. You heard? That y'all see how we get down on the HOTC. We so talented back there, man. We got artists, drummers, guitarists, we got singers, rappers, poets. You ask it, boy, you know it, man. It's there. We here. Bro, that shit ain't nice. That car sounds terrible, bro. Sitting that gas like that. Y'all hear that? Background music. The sound of the rubber hitting the pavement off in the distance.
And see, I bet you could sample that and distort it a certain way.
Say that again, you breaking up.
I said you could probably sample that sound, distort it, and like bring up this and that, equalize it, and it could. Yeah.
Yeah. I make a jam just listening to it.
Oh shit, you gotta sample that shit. Yeah, see, it's fun when you find a sound, a natural sound or even an artificial sound. You sample it like a door closing that sounds all weird. You can really do a lot with that. And then
Oh man, I used to when I first started making beats, I used to do that. That's what one of the tricks that with the RZA do. Like he used real broken bottles and shit like that for his hi-hats and snares and shit like that. Gun clocks, shoot, the sound of your goddamn feet hitting the ground. I mean, like regular hand claps. It's regular stuff, man. It's nature that makes the most beautiful music when you put it together and you know how to piece it together right. A door closing can sound. You can layer your snare drums with a door closing. You hear me? Like, man, that's that real art right there. That's that work.
Excuse me, Empress. I have my little herb mixture thing. Whatchamacallit. I'll let you know how that goes.
I need to get your link. Huey, add me to the back chat, or how can I get your link? Maybe give her my email address because I can't put my email in the back chat. I'm not added in the back chat. Somebody add me so that I can put my email back there and then we can keep in touch. Because I would love to know what little concoctions you're making, and little extracts. Because I could share some nice little recipes too that are really nice, really nice. So anyway, but yeah, we'll be in touch.
Can nobody hear you, dear?
So we'll be in touch. Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Just goodbye.
Say that again.
Check my check.
Man, you so scratchy. I don't know. You like that. You sound very robotic still, of course.
My device. I'm the bad device.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, let's hang tight, and everyone else is interested in making doing some collaborations. Um, yeah, I'll put my I hope y'all can hear me. No? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Barely, huh?
Hear you
Well,
much
I'll wait.
better now. It's so much better. You
Really?
got a clear
Okay.
voice. Wow.
Thank you. I'm trying to enunciate so you guys can hear me. I know what a bad device I'm on.
Hmm.
My microphone. I'm gonna try and tweak my device and see if I can get some better sound coming through. But I'll do that. I'll do that. One of the things I'll do today. But y'all take care and much love and health and healing and herbal remedies.
That's what I'm trying to work up on now.
Facts.
All right, thank you. Peace, love y'all.
Peace, love. Peace, love, and light to the goddess, y'all.
Hey,
Yo,
Empress, did you hear me say?
it's so right there, y'all. If y'all haven't,
Hey,
Wait,
go ahead.
sis, what was that?
I said, did you hear me say that? I have a couple of baggies. I have a whole bunch of baggies, and I'll let you know what they are in a minute.
Yeah, okay. I'll be listening. I'm gonna write them down. And you know what I like to do too is take photos of them.
Oh, what?
Like I'll just take a photo of what I bought, so I
Uh-huh.
know okay, that is what that is, and then I'll send it to people too.
Oh.
I got things on me. Yeah. Yes, please. I'll be waiting to hear your remedy. I wanna hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be listening. But you said most of them. You said most of them. You said dandelion, right?
I got some dandelion at the house, but I said Dimnia.
Oh, Damiana. Yeah, Damiana. That's how I say it.
Oh.
With all right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I gotta tend to these youth now, but I'm gonna look it up for that. Have a nice Thank you. Grow your own. Peace and love.
Peace to the goddess. Yeah, man. Definitely, y'all. A very powerful bill, man. I think we need to touch back into a thin line again. It's a thin line between actuality. It's a thin line between men and women, between a man and a woman, right? The line is so thin, it's right between your legs. It's hair thin. It's hairline thin. And the line between you on the inside and you on the outside is just as thin as the air that look. Even when you're dealing with within, right? When you're dealing with yourself within, you know that it was within. That's why you got the word within and within. When you look within, you gotta look within that thin line. Yeah, wake up again. You gotta look with the end to look with the thing to look with the thin, right? The E, in, the end. then, thin line, and the line that you should walk is the line that's within. That's how you look within. You gotta look within. With the thin line. Damn. Mic drop. But we are the world. We are the fucking children. You know? We the ones gonna make a darker day. You wanna make a brighter day or a left day? Be left. You gotta be right. Why you gotta be a writer? And why does everything have to be written? Just want to live. Yeah. Everything that we listen to, or the O and the one. Rick, you gotta write 10. You gotta write 10, which you gotta wrong. A wrong with 0 and a 1. 0, 1, 9. Go again. That 0 and that 1. Because everything was woven together to weave anything together.
Did you mean to get that garlic? It was on the floor. Did you accidentally drop your garlic over there?
No.
I put it on the shelf.
I'm back. Sorry. I'm back, y'all. Yeah. I've been out running around. I had to go run to go get my medicine real quick. I kept the live on at the crib. Now I'm pulling back.
Yeah, that's
Going on
real
for a minute.
good.
Going on for a minute or two. Yeah. So yeah, man. Like I was saying though, it's a thin line between life and death. That's why life is within the blinking of an eye, because that's how thin it is. It's just like you blinking and opening your eyes. You go in and out of this subconsciously. Subconsciously, we go through a state of, I guess, giving and taking, or birth and rebirth that we don't. Most people never really fathom the meaning of birth, the rebirth or death. All right, like
And then on top of what she was just trying to say about me myself, I've had some personal experience to where, man, I ain't supposed to be walking around here talking to nobody. I didn't had episodes of being in the hospital, crazy. That's why I'm trying to move around like I am now, trying to get all these herbs up in me, and I'm still trying to walk it out, get better, walk it out some more.
Yep, in time, everything will be all right. You know, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
As long as you have control of yourself and don't let the mind play tricks, you know, you control your
Yeah.
in your thoughts and keep yourself in a space that's comfortable for you. You know,
Absolute.
we make ourselves comfortable or discomfort. We know how to put ourselves. If we're in an uncomfortable position, the best way to get out of it is what? To remove yourself.
Hmm. There's a thought for you.
And sometimes you can't just physically remove yourself. So the best other thing to be able to have power over is your mind, because you can remove your mind and shut your mind off to the bullshit and intertwine some good shit into it. Long as you have something good to go to, you know, and you keep something attached to yourself, it's great. A feeling that you can go back, or a memory that you can go back where you was comfortable or where you was at your greatest time is the best place to be sometime. As long as you have that memory attached to your mind, is a place that you can it's always somewhere you can find a peace of mind. This is where you go get a peace of mind at. Yep, this is where you go get a peace of mind at. You got to know that you have to attach yourself to a peace of mind or to a memory that you can enjoy your space and time. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the place to be. Know that you have to attach yourself to a peace of mind or to a memory that you can. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, they lie. Don't tell me. I had more people in the chat than they telling me about my life. Crazy shit. Yeah, man. Drop. What's up with you, boy? You at work? Smoke that shit, man. Pull up on me. Pull up on me, bro. We'll whip your ass, bro, in the Astro round. Later on tonight, bro. You already know, bro. Meet me on that motherfucking Mortal Kombat set, Jack. I got a bone to pick with your ass, boy. I'm a fatalize your ass. Brutality. Toast your ass. Toasty. Toast your ass today, boy. Straight up. I might not see Drop no more. I'm taking all his motherfucking lives away. Yeah, man. This been a powerful, man. Matter of fact, since everybody up off of here, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, man. I'll probably jump another one back off a little later on so we can enjoy this and everyone can tap in. Ain't no need to prolong it. We done drop so many gems. So I maybe even come right back. Matter of fact, I am. I'll be back in about 10, 15. So y'all just stay tuned. I'm gonna go come up with another topic.
All right, we will bet on that.
I'm gonna go crank up another topic and title. I'm gonna go hit up a couple of the brothers in the HOTC, see what they want to build about, see if anybody want to build about anything particular, and then we're gonna do something. Matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to Fat Vegan and see if he want to do some ideology or if Mike want to do one of those number things so we can just bring y'all a good topic and do something like that. So y'all stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? We already know Bro Sanchez probably gonna go live with the Monday mystery school thing. So we probably tune into that for those who watch Bro. Shout out to the God. Shout out to the HOTC, man. You already know what it is, man. Much love, man. Hey, Squid, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I don't know if you finna crank one up, but maybe we can get in on the title or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop this one off so we can keep it so from stop being so long and people can enjoy all the great content that we had and don't have to listen so long. So that's what we're gonna do, y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. And I'm gonna leave with a little song because I'll be damned if I do and I'd be damned if I don't be who the fuck I say I am. All right. One love to y'all.
Damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I be damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. I be damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I be damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. Fire, man, out of my roster, man. You top shot of them, now you a pasta, man. I got original copper, man. Get big up out of motherland. That's my mama, man. I shine like the sun, I'm the son of man. Rain, fire, pine, hill, how does this society? Everyone thinking local, fuck. Living in hell and no one saying I'm out of my mind. I could not find my own thoughts. Oh shit, welcome to the cell dome. Thoughts is not my fucking home. My body just a vessel. And I feel like a fucking clone. 5'3" some college evil. We all achieve for seeds of the new regime. Filthy rich, righteous teachers. Give no thanks to those who couldn't reach each one through all the preacher and the teacher and got slaughtered in the street. Turtle in the hell race. I beat him out of snail pace. The sweet taste of victory. I left him with a stale face. The boy said him a murderer. I just got him another case. Cold case, cold body. Left him with a dead face. Damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I be damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. Damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. Damn if I do, I be damn if I don't. Do what I will, I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will, I'ma do what I want. Y'all under attack, so I'ma fight fire with fire. I'ma fight fire with fire. Nigga all king, so I'm a messiah. All say I not know I'm at a higher. Whitewash spray, got thrown in the dryer. Grandma motto, cook in the kitchen. We gon' win vegan now. No more pork, beef with chicken. Now pop auto, but I got a pistol. Fight for his rights, cause it's high. No meal, no heat, no family business. They gon' ride and tear down the prison. Salam alaikum, alaikum assalam. I'm Adam the Deceive, I'm Tommy Brown. Study life and life, a red life, it's staff of law. I am a master of law. The right to bear arms. So sleep fire out of my palms. Big dick, about to feel like a bomb. Big dick, I'm gonna make it go count. Punch drunk from sipping no rum. Pop trunk, go rump of a pump. I'm not a chump. I'm get ink to big. Damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I be damn if I do. I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. I'ma do what I will. I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will. I'ma do what I want. Damn if I do. I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. Damn if I do. I be damn if I don't. Damn if I fucking don't. Do what I will. I'ma do what I want. It's a purge. I'ma do what I will. I'ma do what I want. Fire. Big up. How is it? Rasta, turn the fuck up. Big up.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Fucking war in the world going on. Fight for respect. Fight for